against a power from the city of San Antonio. Hello, everybody, from NRG Stadium in Houston. Alongside Derek Jones, I'm Jeremy Branham. Welcome you to the broadcast and thanking you for making us your evening's entertainment. Tonight's a couple of powers, some heavyweights in Class 6A, as the Judson Rockets at 13-1 face the Northshore Mustangs at 11-3 with a trip to the state title next week on the line. They'll be playing Austin Westlake. Westlake knocked off Allen yesterday 23-17, snapped a 57-game Allen winning streak. Of course, Allen, too, has won 3 straight state championships, so Austin Westlake will have some scouts and some coaches in the stadium tonight as they scout Northshore and Judson to see who will play them next week for the Class 6A Division I crown. First off, this matchup on paper, it lives to the billing on paper. It's a sexy matchup on paper. A couple of the biggest schools in their city, Northshore, one of the top teams in the city of Houston for so long. Judson, one of the top teams, not only in the city of San Antonio, but really the state. They have 6 state titles up to this point. They're looking for their 7th this season. It's going to be a lot of fun between these two teams tonight.
Yeah, it should have been an exciting matchup. Just like you said, both of these teams are big in their state, in their cities, and big in their towns, and also big around the country. Northshore has had an outstanding season, played some tough competition early, so if you look at the record 11-3, that can be deceptive. If you look at the teams that they lost to, now you understand that they're playing a tough schedule early on to prepare them for games like this now. And Judson, of course, I lived close to the San Antonio area, familiar with Judson, familiar with what they've had in the past. They've had a lot of success. They've been in the state championship area before. So this is nothing new to them. They expect to be here kind of like what Katy would be for us in our area. So it should be a big-time matchup between two big-time teams. Looking forward to calling the game's matchup.
You bring up an excellent point, and it's a point I wanted to discuss as we open up the broadcast. Northshore 11-3, and you look at the 3 losses. Well, how are they in a state semifinal? How are they this deep into the postseason? And then you look at their schedule to open up. They had Clear Springs. They beat them pretty convincingly their first game of the year, and then a murderer's row. I'm not sure there was a team in the state that played as tough a team for 3 weeks in a row like Northshore. And you mentioned it, Manville, Westfield, Euless Trinity. They lost all 3 of those games, but what did that do at the beginning of the season to get them prepared for the rest of their season? They would go undefeated in district, win a district championship, and now a deep run into the playoffs.
Some coaches want to come out and they want to play the cupcake schedule. They want to go out and win some games against some teams that they are a little bit better than to kind of give everybody a little confidence. But there's the other approach. Some coaches want to have that fire, that galvanization of playing the tough teams that might not be as good as you, but maybe a little bit better in some areas, and compete. So you can have those matchups, have that kind of adversity, so to speak, to come out to get you into a game, such as this.
Looking at their postseason, 52-17 win over Dobie in round 1. They beat Clear Springs for the 2nd time this season. 14, knocked off Cy Falls 28-21. What was a tight game here at NRG Stadium. And then last week, the regional final victory over Dickinson 45-14, which they had 2 special team touchdowns, 1 defensive touchdown as well. If they want to get into the state championship game next week and look for another state title, they won one back in 2003. What are some things that they have to do? What do they have to do well in order to knock off Judson tonight?
Well, in order to knock off Judson tonight, they need to come out and get that defense going. We called that game last week. The defense was stifling. They need to set the tone. They need early and often like they did last week, which will limit the run. Of course, Judson wants to come out. They want to run the ball. Their quarterback is dynamic. He can run. He can throw. So you want to try to limit some of that. They also want to place an extra defender in the box. Maybe that'll assist them in trying to slow down that run from Judson. And also want to make them try to force Judson into passing the ball. Although Judson's had some success in the passing game, they want to run the ball. So everything is set up to try to get them open on that. So if they can come out and limit, some of the running ability of the quarterback, then they'll have a good chance on the defensive side. And on offense, they want to come out and be dominating like they were last week against Dickinson. They came out with 2 tight ends. They came out with a big guy in the backfield, Dayton Thomas, to lead block on some of the counter plays, quarterback keeps. They kind of did a little bit of everything, but kind of enforced their will on Dickinson last week, and so they want to try to do that as well against Judson today.
Judson 13-1. They're 5-1 in district. Their only loss this season was to Steele. They lost to them on the road 20-13, a team that lost to Katy a little bit earlier today. We'll pause for the national anthem. We come back. Kickoff between these 2 powers. The Northshore Mustangs face the Judson Rockets in the Class 6A Division I state semifinals. And it comes your way next on Texan Live. Back at NRG Stadium in Houston with Derek Jones, I'm Jeremy Branham as the Judson Rockets enter the stadium to our left from the far side of the field as they step onto the turf, the artificial turf here at NRG. The first team to enter the stadium this afternoon, as the Northshore Mustangs to our right on the near side will be entering as well. And very similar to these teams. They're both powers in their cities. They both wear red. They both wear white. Northshore will be the home team, of course, playing inside of NRG Stadium right in their backyard. They will be wearing the red uniforms, the white numbers, white logo on the red helmet as they walk through the Northshore Mustang side to our right. Converse Judson will be in the white uniforms, the visiting team across the way. We talked about Northshore. Now to the Rockets. 13-1 this season. They only lost once. That was a loss to Steele, a very close game, 20-13. We saw how good Steele was as they went to the semifinals, lost earlier today to Katy as Katy punched their ticket to NRG in the state championship game next week. A team that very good on the offensive side, very good defensively. This Converse Judson offense averaging about 35 points per game. They do most of it on the ground. How do the Rockets get a berth to the state title next week?
They need to come out on offense. They need to establish Julian Williams. I mean, short passes, we always talk about that week in and week out. Get the short pass game going to try to back up the defenders for North Shore. They need to utilize that quick game to try to get some success for the run. Of course, they want to run. If they can't do that, what they need to do is look at the screen game. Try to get the running backs involved to try to get the defense off of it if that's not working. They need to block aggressive on the D-line, of course. North Shore, I mean, those young men are flying around last week. They've been doing that most of the season. So that's going to be a test that we want to see how Judson's offensive line can withstand the pressure from North Shore. And then finally, pick up the linebacker blitzes. North Shore did a lot of that last week against Dickinson. A lot of corner fire blitzes as well, coming at some different angles to try to give them a different look. So it's interesting to see how Judson kind of defends against that. And on defense, Judson needs to make sure they wrap up and they gang tackle. They need to gang tackle Micaiah Long, Mayde, Boudreaux, and Guillory. Those young men can run the football. They're hard, tough-nosed guys. They want to get hit. They don't mind getting the contact. So that's the thing that Judson's going to have to get used to, because North Shore is a physical team, very aggressive.
North Shore interlocking arms. They come all the way out to the numbers behind their captains as they head to midfield to go over the coin toss. And now Judson, realizing what they did, said, whatever you can do, we can do better. And they're out to the numbers as well, and they're yelling across the field. And it just has that feel of a big game atmosphere. You're inside the big stadium that holds 65,000, a pro stadium, NFL stadium. North Shore state champion in 2003. They've been to 22 straight playoffs. The Judson Rockets, 9th straight playoff appearance. They've won 6 state championships, which is in the top 10 in the state of Texas. They have the 9th best win percentage in the state of Texas, so you know that their power. It's a couple of boys and a couple of teams that they've only played each other twice, Derek, but the taste and the dislike is there.
Oh, when the Judson started to walk out in the field, I started getting goosebumps. I mean, these young men are fired up. This is exciting. Have all these guys out here competing. I mean, it's a great crowd for both of these teams. I mean, this is going to be a big-time matchup, as it should be, the game to go to the state championship, to get your team, get your city that you represent on the big stage.
These teams have played twice before, and both times it was in the state semifinals. Both times it didn't go well for North Shore, as they hope the third time is the try. In 1996, they lost 30-21. The most recent game was in 2007, in which they lost 28-7. Here's one. If destiny's a thing, if destiny's true, when North Shore won the state championship in 2003, they beat Austin Westlake in the semifinals. If they win tonight, they'll get Austin Westlake in the state championship game next week. So about ready to go. One question I wanted to ask you, North Shore's been playing a couple of quarterbacks. They've been splitting the spots a little bit at that position. Micaiah Long, who looked good early in the year, started to see Brian Mayde a little bit in that role as well. How does that help North Shore? How does it hurt?
Watching them last week, it was a change of pace for both of those guys. I mean, you bring in Long, a little bit bigger body. I mean, a guy who can come in and kind of pound and ground. You bring Mayde in, he's a little bit more elusive, a little bit smaller in stature. I mean, I think it keeps the defense off balance if you have those two kind of guys. They're both dynamic, but when you see Long in the game, you know they're about to pound and ground. So, I mean, it's going to give Judson a key, but I think the two quarterback system, sometimes it doesn't work, but I think it'll work for North Shore because it's something that they put their hat on and had a lot of success with it this season.
Kenyon Morgan is back deep for Judson. He's the only man back deep as he stands at his 12. And Cuevas gets set to kick it away. He'll pooch it high in the air, calling for a fair catch. And it's made at the 30-yard line as pulling it in is Dominic Ramsey. And that's where Judson will start their first possession tonight at their own 29-yard line as they take over. Let's set up the Judson offense as they come on out. Their quarterback, Jelon Williams, the sophomore, he's been sensational. Over 1,900 yards through the air, 800 yards on the ground. Mikel Jackson at the running back spot. The three receivers, Melvin Thompson, Greg Craddock, Kevin Luster. The offensive line, Terrence Hickman, Isaiah Spears, Jacob Alonzo, Elijah Gayton, and Mark White, the right tackle. As the tight end is Deshaun Govan. We'll give you the North Shore defense in a little bit as we move along. But Williams will start in the shotgun formation as the referee will spot the ball on the near hash. Wayne Elliott is your head referee. Darren McDaniel, Tanner King, Nick Foreman, Marcus Rodriguez, Charles Colston, and Reagan Foster, the rest of the crew. Snap back to Williams. Williams hands it off. It's Jackson looking for some yardage up the middle. He's read at the line, and he's stopped at the line. No gain on the play, and making the stop coming from that nose guard spot, Josh Cifuentes.
Yeah, Cifuentes, he had a big game last week, made a lot of tackles on this big defensive front and linebacking core for North Shore.
They'll go quick. 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line. Looking to throw is Williams. Williams launches it deep downfield, and he overshoots his man at the North Shore 40-yard line. Looking on the far side, Greg Craddock was the intended receiver, and it was a Fair Murphy, the senior defensive back, in on the coverage.
And one of the keys we talked about is that corner blitz and that linebacker blitz. Would Judson be able to withstand that? Last week, North Shore, they came. They brought the house, the kitchen sink, anything you can think of, they brought it last week, and it gave Dickinson fits. Dickinson was a great team, too. They had an outstanding season. Can Judson withstand that? That's going to be one of the big keys for tonight's matchup.
3rd down and 10, ball at the 29-yard line. Shotgun formation for Williams. Williams has Jackson to his right shoulder, takes the snap, looking to throw, scrambles to the right side, throws it up in the air off his back foot. It's picked off at the 50-yard line. To the 45 on the near numbers, picking it off was Eric Monroe, and North Shore, the first big defensive stop. They get the takeaway, and they'll have the football in Judson territory.
Eric Monroe's been a big-time player, for North Shore all season long. Came in with 2 interceptions already on the season. Last week, he was everywhere. He's flying around the field, making a lot of tackles. We're going to call his name a lot tonight. First big play, first big opportunity. That's a huge turnover for Judson, especially with the hostile crowd that they're facing right now.
When you're a defensive back and you're going to LSU, you know you can play. Eric Monroe will be off to Baton Rouge after this season, and he gets an interception as North Shore sets up 1st and 10 at the Judson 44-yard line. Here comes out quarterback Micaiah Long, senior that's off to Kansas, fires it to the right side. That one's incomplete. Nearly intercepted. Malik Taylor, the senior, coming across to bat it away, nearly picked it off on the first play from scrimmage for North Shore. That's
an outstanding play. They must have listened to the keys to the game because it was a quick route. He tried to attempt to get the ball so quick, but they're playing press coverage, and the receiver didn't go down the field just far enough. It was almost intercepted.
Henry was the intended receiver. 2nd and 10 at the 44. 4 receivers set 2 each way. Long in the gun. Long looking to throw. Steps into the pocket. Now will tuck it, run it. He's across the 45-yard line. Gets tripped up near the 41, 42-yard line as he was hit from behind. Long trying to scramble away from the trouble. Could not as he picks up a couple of yards. Nick Stewart, the senior defensive end, makes the stop.
And it's great coverage from Judson, and the reason why they couldn't pass the ball. Long wants to run the ball, of course. That's what he wants to do. But it seems like right now North Shore is coming out, trying to establish that passing game to kind of push Judson back a little bit.
Long, your quarterback. Boudreaux, the tailback. Potts, Beatty, Henry, Robbins, your receivers will give you the offensive line after this play. 3rd down and 8 at the 42. Pump fake. Throws it over the middle, and it's in and out of the hands. Incomplete. Intended receiver. Looked like he was trying to find Bryant Beatty. Beatty couldn't hang on, and it falls incomplete.
That's actually nice coverage from Judson back there in the backfield, making up a 4th down. It's a nice stand after the turnover.
The offensive line from left to right, DeRiggi, Johnson, Castaneda, Phillips, and McMillian. As coming on to punt this one away is Cuevas, and Judson's in their base defense does not have anybody back deep. Good snap, punts on its way. It's a high spiraling kick. That'll bounce at the 5 and ricochets into the end zone for a touchback. So Judson's defense, pretty good hold for them. They get the interception. North Shore gets excellent field position, but they force a 3-and-out, a punt, and they'll get the football back, dodging a bullet with the first possession from North Shore.
Yeah, outstanding defense from both teams coming out, setting the tone. North Shore comes out, of course, gets a turnover, 3-and-out from Judson. This is a game to go to the state championship, especially what you want. Defense wins championships, what we always talk about. Youth football all the way up to the pros, and both defenses have come out, set the tone, and now let's see what adjustments are being made.
4-3 defense for North Shore. The 4-down linemen, Calavan Chasen, Cameron Brown, Britton Larkin, Josh Cifuentes. The linebackers, Noah Camel, Andrew Hyacinth, and Leandro Dever. The corners, Andrew Bolden, Zafir Murphy, and your safeties, Eric Monroe and Ja'Cory Nichols. Shotgun formation for Jelon Williams. Second time that Judson has touched the football. They'll motion the slot from left to right, fake the handoff to him. They give it off to the tailback running left, and nowhere to go as he's hit and he's dropped in the backfield as the carry. First touch in the game for Latrell Williams as he had nowhere to go.
Yeah, Latrell Williams, outstanding running back for Judson. It's great defense coming right now from Northshore.
Second down and 14 after the loss. Looking to throw. He's going to fire deep sideline, far side. Overshoots his man near midfield. He was looking for Greg Craddock, who's kind of the deep ball threat. Craddock couldn't chase it down. Murphy was in coverage. Murphy was beat by a step, though. If Williams could have put that in the basket there, Craddock would have had a long game.
It's a great game plan, though. They want to try to back off Northshore. Northshore right now is pinning their tails back. They're getting in the backfield. Of course, their defensive line is stout. The SWAT swim moves, they're coming through that A gap on both sides. The pressure is enormous right now. This is a big third down.
Third down, 14, ball on the 16-yard line. Motion up front, flags fly. They came from that right tackle spot. Actually, it was the tight end. No, it was the right tackle. Mark White whistled for the first penalty of the game, back him up 5 yards.
Yeah, it's a big game, of course, in a big atmosphere with the playoffs and everything going on, but also that pressure coming from Northshore. These guys are having to come out of their stances a whole lot quicker than what they want to or what they're used to because of the pressure.
Third and 19 as it backs them up 5 yards inside their own 15-yard line to the 11. Shotgun formation for Williams. 4 receivers set. Williams takes the snap. 3-step drop looking near side. Here comes some pressure, and he is dropped. Andrew Hyacinth from that linebacker spot comes right up the middle, and he sacks Williams for a loss inside the 5 to the 3, a drop of 8 yards.
Yeah, at the beginning of the game, when I gave you those keys, there was a reason why. I mean, I watched this team last week. They run a lot of blitzes from their linebacker position up that A and that B gap. So if you're not ready for it, if you don't have that running back who can step up and take that blitz, you're not going to have time to go back and run the play action and allow your guys to run 10 or 15-yard routes. You're just not going to have that time. There's too much pressure coming from the outside and especially up in the middle.
Dominic Ramsey will kick this one away from his own end zone. It's a high kick, and he got it off the side of the foot. It's going to go out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Ja'Cory Nichols was back there to return the punt, but all he had to do was sit there and watch it sail out of bounds. Well, that's going to go all the way up to the 29-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, it's a kick that I'm sure he wanted to get more into, but Ja'Cory Nichols, that young man is electric back there at the punt return position. I'm not saying a kicking out of bounds is what you want to do, but in that situation, I don't mind that.
It might have been in the back of the mind. He had 2 return touchdowns last week, and oftentimes punters know that, where you want to try to angle it away, and sometimes you angle it a little too far. Dual backs in the shotgun formation with Long. He has a back to each shoulder. Long takes the snap. Ball is loose. Long will pick it up, trying to fight forward for a little positive yardage, but he's dropped all the way outside the 30-yard line to the 32. He loses 3 yards on the missed exchange there. Looked like the read option. Neither one wanted the ball. Mayde was back there. Long was back there. Looked like Long tried to hand it off to Mayde. Mayde didn't have anything to do with it, and it fell down. Long picked it up and would just fall on it.
Yeah, you're always told if you're the quarterback, you make sure you put that in the bread basket. You put it with a lot of force so he knows to keep the ball.
Loss of 5, 2nd and 15 at the 32. Handoff up the middle. It's Guillory across the 25, inside the 25-yard line to the 23 for a pickup of 9 yards. As he gets it inside of the 25 to the 24. Pickup of 8. Jonte Turner the stop.
Yeah, Guillory was the workhorse last week against Dickinson. I mean, every time you turn around, if they're handing the ball off, they were handing it off to that young man. He was bumbling and stumbling over everybody last week. An exciting young man in the backfield.
Third down and 7, ball at the 24. They'll empty out the backfield with Mayde all alone. Mayde takes the snap, quarterback draw up the middle, has the 20, cuts it outside, back inside to the 15. He has enough for the first down. As he stopped at the 13-yard line, he picks up 9 and a first down before Frederick Gaines brings him down.
That's a design run from the quarterback. Last week, once we watched them, you have Mayde. He's a smaller guy, a little bit shiftier, but it's a design quarterback run. The same thing with Long. You bring him in, you bring an extra defender to block. They want their quarterbacks to run the ball. They're exciting.
First down and 10 at the 14-yard line. Long is in the shotgun. Guillory to his left shoulder. Receiver to each side. Long fires it quickly over to the near side. Caught at the 11-yard line. Still on his feet is Robbins. Robbins lost the football, and it's batted out of bounds. The official on the near side threw the little device and the little thing that he uses to signify a fumble. So they called it a fumble on the field, but fortunately for Northshore, the ball went out of bounds, and that clearly was out watching the replay inside NRG.
Yeah, that was definitely a fumble.
He loses a yard back to the 15, 2nd and 11. Handed off quickly, Gilroy. Gilroy up the middle, can't quite get to the 10. A lot of contact after the play away from the football as Gilroy gets to the 11-yard line for a pickup of 4.
Gilroy's an outstanding running back. He's had 80 carries, almost 600 some odd yards. He scored 8 times. I mean, it's something they want to do is try to establish him in the backfield along with Long and Mayde at the running back position.
Alton Robinson, the senior defensive end, 34 tackles, team high 10 sacks, makes the stop. Alton Robinson's headed to College Station. He's committed to Texas A&M. 3rd down and 8, ball at the 11. Shotgun for Long. 3 receivers set. The motion, Gilroy over to the right shoulder. Fake the handoff, rolling right. Caught at the 11-yard line. And that's as far as you'll get. It was reeled in at the 11-yard line by Elroy Potts. And Shane Calvin's able to bring him down at the 11. No gain on the play.
That's outstanding defense from Judson. I mean, the Rockets have been flying around the same way Northshore has. That's a great defensive stand. If you can limit Northshore to only 3 points with that great field position that they had, this is a victory for you.
Ball will be on the far hash. Tee it up at the 18-yard line. It'll be a 28-yard field goal attempt by Cuevas. Cuevas, the right-footed kicker. Good snap, good hold. Kick is on its way. It's off the upright, no good. A flag comes flying in. Cuevas, actually the holder's the one on the ground. The holder got hit. There's a flag down near the spot, and this might be one of those rare roughing the holders that seems to be so popular here in NRG.
Yeah, you don't see that a whole lot, but wow, that would be a big, crucial play. That would give them a 1st down.
It went off the left upright, bounced back into the end zone. He pulled it. Yep. There's the difference. It's running into the holder, not roughing, so it's 5 yards. It won't cost him a 1st down, but Cuevas will get another opportunity to get the field goal.
Oh, they dodged a big bullet on that one.
I think it was a good call, though. Looking at the replay of it, one of the Rockets went for the block, and they rolled right into the holder and wiped him out. So this one now turns into a 23-yard field goal on the far hash, and Cuevas gets second life. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up this time, and the roughing the holder is going to cost Judson 3 points, and Northshore strikes first. 6:15 left to play in the first quarter. Northshore leads Judson 3-0 as you're watching the Class 6A state semifinals on Texan Live.
All Spas is so much more than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But All Spas is also a boutique, featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, All Spas is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. All Spas is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
Welcome you back to NRG Stadium. Alongside Derek Jones, I'm Jeremy Branham. 3-0 Northshore lead, 6:15 left to play in the first quarter. Aaron Cuevas gets a 23-yard field goal to get the Mustangs on the board first, capping off a 6-play, 14-yard drive after the bad punt. Uses 3:01 off the clock, and Northshore on the board first, 3-0 after that Texan Live drive summer.
Yeah, if you're Judson, though, that's still a win for you on your defense to come out and hold Northshore to only 3 points. You'll take that.
Cuevas gets set to boot it away. Looking to go back on it is Morgan. Morgan will catch it 4 yards deep. Thought about bringing it out. And then a few of his teammates say, don't you go anywhere. And he nails it 1 yard into the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, it's actually the first time I've seen him kick the ball at 4. Normally they do the pooch kick to try to get better field position for their defense, but that's actually moving them back because of what they've done so far on defense.
The Rockets see how they answer the 3-point field goal for Northshore, as they'll get the football for the 3rd time tonight. They've yet to pick up a 1st down. They've lost some yardage on that second possession. In fact, they've lost 12 yards so far in the game, 12 rushing yards. Williams so far 0 for 3 throwing the football. He's looked to go deep on all of them. He just can't connect.
Yeah, Northshore defense is stout. They only gave up 35 yards to Jordan Myers last week, the big star tailback for Dickerson.
Williams. Offset backs to his right. Williams will take the snap. Hands it off to West. West across the 30-yard line as he runs it off tackle to the left side. He takes it to the 33-yard line where he's brought down by Leandre Dever. It's a pickup of 8 yards. That was Sincere McCormick with the carry. McCormick will get it again, bounces over to the left side, looking for some room to run. McCormick has nowhere to go, and he's stopped after a gain of a yard to the 34-yard line. Noah Campbell with the tackle. McCormick's an interesting story. He's only a freshman. 3rd down and 1 at the 34. Williams in the gun. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, running it up the middle, looking for the first down, and he got to the 35-yard line. He needed the 35-yard line for the first down. He reaches the football across. He picks up a yard, and it's the first down of the night for the Judson Rockets. Abril Harris in the tackle.
Wow, it's still close. Northshore's defense has been lights out the last couple of weeks. It's very tough sledding right now.
McCormick, the freshman, has 757 yards coming into the game tonight, 6 touchdowns. Williams in the shotgun, takes the snap. He's looking to throw. He's going to throw it deep down the left sideline, looking deep again, and it's incomplete. He was looking for it, the 30-yard line, deep down the left side, Greg Craddock. And again on the coverage was Zafir Murphy. The senior was able to bat it away. Actually didn't get a hand on it, but he was able to break up the connection between Craddock and his quarterback, Williams.
Yeah, it's outstanding coverage. The only thing I would have liked was that young man to turn around and just kind of watch the ball as well. That way you take the pass interference out. But other than that, it's great coverage.
2nd down and 10. Shotgun formation for Williams. Takes the snap, hands it off. It's McCormick. McCormick running left, nowhere to run. He gets it to the 36, across the 35 for a pickup of just a yard. And the tackle made by Jalen Thomas, the junior defensive back. Also, Britton Larkin on the tackle as well.
Yeah, both of those young men made a lot of tackles last week in the Dixon game that we watched. The defensive line, that front 7, the 4 linemen and the 3 linebackers, those guys work hand in hand, and they put a lot of pressure.
3rd down and 9, 3 receivers for Williams. He's rolling to the right side, looking to throw to the near sideline, and it's in and out of the hands across the 50-yard line. He was looking for Kevin Luster. Luster had to go off the fingers, trying with a diving effort. Keyston Roach had the coverage for the Mustangs.
Yeah, it's a nice rollout, a design rollout, because once again, Northshore's getting a lot of pressure up the middle, so you roll out, try to give your quarterback a little room, threw it just a little bit too far to the outside. It's another nice defensive stand for Northshore. And once again, you have Mr. Excitement back there at the punt return. You have to be careful on this because your defense is playing well up to this point.
Ja'Cory Nichols stands at his 26-yard line. Ramsey on to punt for the 2nd time tonight. He's inside his 25. Slow snap back, high spiraling kick, and again it's a short one, and again it goes out of bounds. It was caught by a Judson player on their sideline near the 39-yard line. So you know how to go out of bounds before then. The referee's going to walk all the way up past the 40 to the 44. This will be the worst field position for Northshore so far in their 3rd possession now.
Yeah, I don't mind the kicking out of bounds like that. I really don't, because last week Dickinson kicked a couple to the young man back in back, Nichols. He took him back to the house. It changed the whole momentum and the dynamic of the game. So give your defense a chance, kick it out of bounds, let them play, sound football.
4:33 left to play in the first. Last time North Shore had it, they had a short 6-play, 14-yard drive, but it ended in 3 points with Aaron Cuevas knocking in a field goal on his second attempt after the holder was rushed into. It's Long in the gun, keeps it himself and the quarterback up the middle across the 45, cuts right towards the numbers, but he gets off his feet at the 48-yard line. He picks up 4 yards on the quarterback keeper to the right side as he keeps the North Shore offense on schedule.
It's a nice design run. If you haven't seen North Shore this season, they're going to do a lot of that. The quarterback Long and Mayde are going to get back in the backfield. They're going to do a lot of quarterback keeps, a lot of changes like that to try to move the ball down the field.
4-yard gain. Frederick Gaines makes the stop. 2nd down and 6 at the 48-yard line. It's Long in the gun. Long fakes the straw. He's going to throw it over the middle of the field in the post round. It's incomplete. Overshot Ralph Davis, his sophomore receiver. As it falls incomplete, sets up a 3rd down and long.
It's a little bit too high. You want to kind of keep that ball just a little bit lower, give your receiver an opportunity to get it. If not, at least you maybe put yourself in position. You may get a pass interference because that was great coverage, but if you throw the ball a little bit lower, he has to slow down a little bit. Maybe the defensive guy bumps into him.
Official on the far sideline is telling the officials that the football should be marked about a half yard further back. 3rd and 6 from the 48. North Shore's 1 for 3 on 3rd down so far. Hard count, nearly got him to bite. And now Long's going to look over to the sideline, change the play. Still has 15 seconds on the play clock. So all the Mustangs, except for the offensive line, look over to the line of scrimmage to get the call. Play clock is down to 6, 5, 4. And They get the snap off with 3. Option to the near side. Long cuts it back inside. He's wrapped up from behind and he's brought down. Long tried to power his way through, but Alton Robinson matched his strength with strength of his own as he brings him down for no gain.
Yeah, that was a physical, violent tackle. I don't usually like tackles like that, especially on your big quarterback. I mean, you don't want to get him banged up early.
So Cuevas come on to punt. Long is limping off the field, favoring that left foot. And he didn't look good. And now he's being helped over towards the bench. Cuevas gets the snap high, spiraling kick. It's a beauty. Fair catch is called for, and it's made inside the 10-yard line. That's usually a no-no on those punt returns, but a spiraling kick that just seemed to carry on further and further.
Yeah, usually when you put your guy back there, you say, hey, I'm putting you at the 10-yard line. If you have to take any kind of movement back, you let it go over your head, because in most cases, the trajectory of the ball is going to push it into the end zone, but at least he made the catch.
Yeah, good point. You're a glass half full guy, I see. So here comes out the Judson offense with 3:15 left to play in the first. They're trailing 3-0, and they haven't been able to get anything going offensively. They've been held to -1 yard so far. McCormick's led them on the ground with 3 carries and 10 yards. Williams in a pistol, 3 receivers over to the far side. He'll turn and he'll hand it off up the middle across the 10-yard line. Dragging tacklers down with him is Mikel Jackson, the junior running back, who leads them in yards with over 1,100 this season. Stopped by Cameron Brown, the senior defensive lineman. They go quick after the gain of 5. Handoff again, Jackson. Jackson right up the middle, right up the gut. Again, Cameron Brown with the stop.
Yeah, they're trying to speed up the tempo, which is something you want to do. That quick game, all that stuff, tries to keep your defense off balance so they can't just tee up on you.
Gain of 3 on the play, sets up a 3rd down and 2. Keeping it himself, Williams up the middle, has the first down, takes it across the 20, near the 21-yard line. A gain of 5 yards on the quarterback keeper Abril Harrison with the tackle.
That's a good first down run from your quarterback, trying to get you some yards. And it keeps that defense off the field, which is most important, to relax a little bit.
1st down and 10, handoff Jackson. Jackson sweeping left, try to cut it back inside. Not much room to go as he gets a yard to the 22-yard line before he's brought down by Noah Campbell.
Once again, Northshore, their outstanding defensive ends are going to make the game a lot longer if they continue to try to run like that. That's nice defense.
Clock rolling, nearing the 2-minute mark in the first quarter. Northshore leading 3-0. Dropping back, Williams looking to throw. Is going to launch it deep down the near sideline, and again, it's off the mark. This time, Melvin Thompson was the intended receiver on the flag route, and he couldn't find him. That's 0 for 6 now, Williams through the air with 1 interception. Ja'Cory Nichols, the electric punt returner, and on the coverage.
Yeah, once again, last attempt to try to throw passes against this North Shore defense, and those young men, the same guys you're calling now, Monroe and company, they had an outstanding game. They had a good coverage scheme set up, and it was hard sledding trying to throw the ball.
3rd down and 9 upcoming. Judson at their own 22-yard line. Ball between the hashes. 3 receivers to the far side. Play clock is down to 5. With 2, and they're going to take a timeout as the coaching staff storming down to the line judge to signal the timeout. We'll take it 2. 54 left to play in the first quarter. Judson, who's 2 for 5 on 3rd downs, facing a 3rd and 9. We come back on Texan Live.
At Cavenders, we don't just wear the West, we live it.
I live for a good run.
I live for the crowd.
My scar.
7 flat in the short round.
My face. Working with my partner. 8 seconds, nothing less.
Rooting for the bull.
Cavenders, don't just wear it, live it.
Back in NRG Stadium alongside Derek Jones, I'm Jeremy Branham. Setting records tonight on Texan Live. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching us wherever you may be watching us from. 1:54 to play in the first quarter. Northshore has the early lead, 3-0. Judson 2 for 5 on 3rd downs, facing a 3rd and 9 from their own 22-yard line. Trips over to the near side to the right of Jelon Williams. He has Jackson off to the right shoulder, lone receiver to the far side. Williams takes the snap, drops back, looking to throw. He's going to tuck it, look to run, nowhere to go, cuts it back inside. He's hit and he's dropped from behind, near the line of scrimmage, no gain on the play. as Calavan Chason comes over to make the stop. Chason just a junior, and boy, you look at the list of universities who have offered him and you wonder who's not on the list. Seems like everybody's offered Chason a scholarship, only a junior. He's going to be a good one.
Yeah, once again, that defense, I mean, they work well together. I mean, he's one of the outstanding guys on their defense with him and Monroe and Nichols. I mean, you name it. Cifuentes, you just pick one. All these guys, they work very well together, very well coached, and that's a testament to the outstanding coaching staff for Northshore.
Ramsey on to punt for the third time. His first two have not been good. Ja'Cory Nichols back deep, standing near his 45. Low line drive kick. Nichols going to play it on a hop. A couple hops, and now it ricochets away. He'll pick it up at his own 27, runs right across the 30. Flag flies down as Nichols takes it across the 35-yard line, and then got brought back to the 35. There's a flag down, and that low line drive punt is going to cost Northshore a lot of yards. If Nichols was up further, boy, that would have been a good one to return.
Yeah, normally when you let a ball go like that, I mean, you kind of set up the wall because the coverage kind of outruns itself, but he ends up with a block in the back just because of where he picked it up. It's outstanding coverage from Judson, very well coached on their special teams.
Head referee Wayne Elliott telling us about the penalty. Michael Bolt picks it up, the sophomore defensive back who last week scored a touchdown after intercepting a Dickinson pass. The last time we saw the Northshore offense coming off the field, Micaiah Long, their quarterback, was limping off, and now he's gone. Bryant Mayde is in the spot at the quarterback position. And he comes out with a dual backfield in the shotgun. Long is on the near sideline running wind sprints, trying to test that ankle. Handoff. Running it over to the near side. Gilroy across the 25. Check that. That's Tyler Boudreaux. Boudreaux takes it across the 30 to the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 yards by Tyler Boudreaux on his first carry of the night. They go quick. 1st and 10 at the 31. Handoff again. Boudreaux up the middle across the 35-yard line, and he bulldozes all the way to the 38 for a pickup of 7. Brody Stoppler, the sophomore, able to make the stop.
Northshore is trying to speed up the tempo the same way Judson is. They just try to get the defense off balance a little bit. Don't give them time to get in their stance. Don't give them time to substitute and bring fresh guys in. They just kind of change the pace a little bit to get their running game going.
How about that name for a linebacker? Stoppler. Here's Batty. Throws it right, and it's caught near the incomplete. Incomplete pass, and there's a flag down near the line of scrimmage. The intended receiver was Elroy Potts on the far side. Receiver wasn't up on the line. They're asking head coach Sean McAlfee if he wants to accept the penalty, and he will. That'll back him up 5 yards.
Yeah, when you're out there at the wide receiver spot, you got to make sure you're not covering up your big linemen, and sometimes you have to tell those linemen to scoot up just a little bit as well. So the communication, especially when you're trying to speed the game up, sometimes those kind of details kind of get lost.
Second penalty for Northshore, 15 yards have cost them. This one backs them up 5. They set up a 2nd and 8 at their own 33. Mayde hands it off. Losing the football as Boudreaux. Judson has recovered and taking it across the 40, across the 35. Leaping up into the air is Alton Robinson. Dominic Ramsey forced the fumble. Robinson was able to scoop it up, run it for some positive yards, and Judson has their first break of the night. And they have great field position inside the Northshore 40.
Well, Judson's put their helmet right on the football. Nice hit, nice tackle to draw that ball loose, and alertness of Judson to pick up the ball, run it down the sideline. They have outstanding field position, the best field position they've had all night.
Earlier, after Judson had a bad punt, gave Northshore great field position, their defense was able to hold the Mustangs to a field goal. See what Northshore does with Judson having their best field position of the night at the Northshore 37-yard line. Williams with 2 backs in the backfield, fakes the handoff out of the gun, going to launch it deep down the middle of the field, overshoots his man. He was looking for Melvin Thompson right up the middle, overshot him. And again, Williams just can't connect. He's it looks like a little bit too much adrenaline. All his passes have been long as he's now 0 for 7 with 1 interception.
Yeah, you call that exactly right. It's a little too much emotion right now in the game. He's excited, as he should be, with all these fans watching and everybody looking at it on TexanLive.com. Of course, he's excited a little bit. Just needs to put a little bit more air underneath it to give his guy enough time to run underneath it.
4 seconds to play in the first. Northshore leading 3-0. It's a 2nd and 10 at the Mustang 37-yard line. 2 backs to Williams, each shoulder. fakes the handoff, keeps it himself running right, gets it across the 35-yard line. He's tackled from behind near the 34 as making the stop was senior linebacker Noah Campbell, and that takes us to the end of the first quarter. 12 minutes in the Class 6A Division I semifinals are in the books, and it's been a defensive battle early. Mustangs lead the Rockets 3-0 on Texan Live.
Only one network is big enough to cover the great state of Texas, and only one show travels across the state to get the skinny on high school sports every week, all year long. You want the best in high school sports? Catch High School Spotlight on Fox Sports Southwest.
Back at NRG Stadium, Class 6A Division I state semifinals. Northshore leading Judson 3-0. And Judson Rocket team, a powerhouse, 6 state titles. You go back to 1983 when they won their first, 88, 92, 93, 95, 02. Interesting, the 88 state title was awarded to them after Dallas Carter forfeited 3 years later. And you might remember this story. You read the book Friday Night Lights?
Yeah.
I'm sure people have heard the movie and have seen the TV show. There's a book about it. Odessa Permian in 1998, or 88 rather, lost to Dallas Carter in the semifinals. Dallas Carter would go on to beat Judson for the state title. 3 years later, they found out some grade tampering was going on, and they rewarded the title. To handoff up the middle across the 30-yard line and taking it all the way to the 29 as Sincere McCormick, the freshman running back, takes it to the for 8.
Yeah, when I was in that San Antonio area, I mean, Judson was one of the schools you always heard about. Always had an outstanding program and always did things the right way. So it was good for them.
Judson will go for it on 4th and down. They hand it off, coming out of the backfield, running right, taking it across the 30. He stopped at the 28. He's going to pin on the spot. Northshore thinks that they've stopped him shy. Kalavon Chason makes the stop, and everybody else thinks they stopped him shy too. That was 4th and 2. No gain on the play, and Northshore will take over the football.
Yeah, Northshore's defense is stout. Once again, like I said, they held Jordan Myers. I mean, if you don't know who that is, you need to look him up on Google. That young man can run the ball for Dixon. They held him to 35 yards. He did score 2 touchdowns, but they were of the short yardage nature.
So here comes the Mustang offense leading 3-0. 11.5 to play in the second quarter. Looks like Long is back in the game. Long's going to fire it over to the near side, caught by Mayde at the 31, looking for the sideline to the 35, and he's tackled from behind, inbounds. Making the stop was Frederick Gaines, the safety, as he gets it out to the 37-yard line for a pickup of 8.
Yeah, both offenses are definitely trying to fill themselves out from the defenses. Defense on Judson, defense on Northshore. Both of those teams are flying around. They're excited. They're aggressive. Exactly what you expect in a game trying to go to the championship title game.
2nd down and 1. Ball's at the 37. Handoff out of the backfield goes to Guillory. Guillory up the numbers to the 39-yard line. He picks up the first down after the gain of 2 yards. Xavier Morris, the senior linebacker, 76 tackles coming into the game, makes the stop for the Rockets.
Yeah, Guillory last week had 16 attempts for 112 yards and 2 touchdowns last week, and that running attack for Northshore is somebody they definitely want to get involved in the game early.
So Long didn't play last series with the banged up ankle. He's back in now. 1st down and 10. Handoff Guillory. Guillory across the 40, 45, up the middle to the 47-yard line. He takes it right up the gut for 8 yards before he's brought down by Frederick Gaines. 2nd and 2. Clock ticking. They go quick. Long out of the gun. Hard count. Another hard count. Now looks over to the sideline.
And you can see already Judson's making the adjustment. I see 8 men in the box already to try to slow that run game down. They hadn't shown anything, Northshore hasn't, of the passing game so far. So you put all those guys in the box to try to slow the run.
3 receivers set with Long in the gun. Handoff Guillory. Guillory up the middle across the 50-yard line into Judson territory. It's good enough for the first down, and he picks up 4 yards. The Mustangs move the chains. Darren Thomas, the junior defensive tackle, the nose guard with the stop. They move into positive territory.
Justin has some size up front. Those two tackles, my goodness, they're large.
Long in the shotgun, 3 receivers. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, running it up the middle, across the 45, across the 40, and leaps past the first down marker to the 39. A pickup of 10. Ramsey went down low to try to knock the big boy off his feet. And you could tell, even with Long getting the gain of 10, he was favoring that ankle.
Yeah, you can see him kind of favoring the ankle a little bit, but that's what Northshore wants to do. They want to try to run the ball. They definitely want to get their quarterback involved. He's a bigger body back there, and he's hard to defend. A little bit elusive, too, with his speed.
Long's in the gun, a 3-receiver set back to his left shoulder. Gullery up the middle. He gets hit from behind, and that momentum takes him across the 35 to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 5. Shane Calvin hitting him from behind.
So right now, it looks like North Shore's kind of got a little rhythm. Judson, on the other hand, they need to start bringing some linebackers up.
They go quick. Gullery up the middle, looks to bounce it out to the left side. Somebody lost a helmet. Gullery doing a good job of falling forward to the 30. Somebody kicked the helmet backwards. He falls forward to the 32. He picks up a pair of yards. Shane Calvin with the stop.
Yeah, so what Judson wants to do, they need to start bringing some of their linebackers up. I know they have 8 guys close to the box, but maybe they need to start shooting that A and B gap to kind of slow that run game down because North Shore has some type of momentum right now.
Timeout. Nicholas Castaneda lost his helmet, so he has to sit out for a play, or you can take the timeout, and maybe since he's a center, you know about that center quarterback exchange. They want to leave Castaneda on the field, so they elect to take their first timeout of the quarter. We'll take it too. 9:01 left to play in the second quarter. North Shore facing a 3rd and 3 when we come back on Texan Live.
Cerna is a local family-owned business located right on Will Clayton and a one-stop shop for your home, auto, liability, and business insurance needs. Please stop in or give us a call at 281-812-9775. We're also proud to support all of the Humble ISD athletes.
Welcome you back to NRG Stadium in Houston. 9:01 left to play in the second quarter. Alongside Derek Jones, I'm Jeremy Branham. 3rd and 3 coming up for the Mustangs. Mustangs are 1 for 4 on 3rd down so far tonight. Might be 4-down territory, though.
Yeah, they're almost in that no man's land. I mean, they have good field position. They've already kicked the field goal. You may feel good about what your defense has done so far.
3rd and 3, and now Long's going to go under center. Lone back in the backfield's Gilroy. And now they'll flip it around. Change up the formations. They go with 2 backs in the shotgun formation. Heavy package. Long hands it off, running it over to the near side. Across the 30, 25, 20, 10, 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, North Shore. It's Eric Monroe, the safety, coming over to play some offense, and he scores the first touchdown of the night.
That's a big-time play from Monroe. You see why LSU and all these schools were looking at that young man. Simple jet sweep going to the right-hand side. He broke a tackle in the backfield. Next thing you know, speed kills. He's down the sideline. Touchdown, North Shore.
Eric Monroe doesn't play much offense, really none at all. And he comes around, he put him in the backfield, they hand it off to him, he sweeps it to the near side, and he takes it 32 yards to the end zone for the first touchdown of the night. Cuevas for the extra point, it's up and it's in, and North Shore leads by 2 possessions. It's 10-0 with 8:52 left to play in the second quarter on Texan Live.
Forget everything you know about furniture.
We're bringing these prices down! Yeah!
For the heroes of Skiros Furniture and Mattress, serving their customers is all in a day's work.
We're saving you money, folks. Slashing prices every day.
Like queen mattress sets for $3.99. Plus epic savings on the iComfort Cool Gel adjustable bed. And as always, free Showbiz movie passes at Skiros Furniture and Mattress.
8:52 left to play in quarter number 2. A 32-yard run by Eric Monroe caps off an 8-play, 74-yard drive that uses 3:25. Texan Live drive summary. 10-0 now North Shore. And I guess you get this late in the playoffs, you kind of empty out that playbook a little bit. And not necessarily a trick play, but you bring in an athlete in the backfield, give him the ball, get out of the way.
And you said it. You bring in an athlete. You give him an opportunity to make a difference on the football game. Having him come across in the jet sweep, it was a nice play call. A couple of missed tackles, and that was one of the keys of the game that we had. Judson makes sure they wrap up on their tackles.
Cuevas kicks it high into the air, pooches it up. Really high and really far pooch kick, though, and it's fair caught inside the 20-yard line. As Melvin Thompson able to reel it in. Boy, a pooch kick that you can get fair caught inside the 20, that's impressive.
Yeah, it's a technique that you use on your special teams, trying to kick the ball up high like that. You're hoping that the guy will kind of muff it a little bit, maybe kick it to a guy who's not used to catching the ball, especially when it's high in the air like that with all these people watching the game. But it's a nice play as well, because your defense, you want to set them up and give them an opportunity to get out on the field in good field position for them.
A lot of times when you see it, it's usually fair kind of around the 30, 35.
Yeah.
Jalon Williams in the gun. Takes the snap, hands it off up the middle, trying to look for the 20-yard line. Can't do it, as this North Shore defense up the middle has been outstanding as they stuff Jackson after a gain of a yard to the 20.
Yeah, North Shore's defense comes in. They only give up 138 yards on the ground on the average on the rush. So it's a defensive team that really flies around and make a lot of tackles.
Judson with just 24 yards so far. They're going to throw it, and it's in and out of the hands at the 25-yard line. It was just dropped by Kevin Luster. And Williams, who's had a tough night throwing the football early, has been long on everything. That time he put it right on the money and hit Luster right in the hands, and he couldn't hang on.
Yeah, and it's tough like now because you're in a game to try to get to a state championship. And anytime you play in a game, but now you're behind. You have all this crowd. You're in a hostile environment. How do you respond to situations like this? We talked about at the beginning of the game, playing big teams. It gives you that experience.
3rd and long. Judson's 2 for 7 on 3rd downs. Trips to the near side. Williams in the gun, drops back, looks to run. That's clogged up. Now he runs right. He's hit from behind, and he's hammered down. Kalavon Chason brings him down at the 18 for a loss of 2, and Williams is lucky he hung on to the football.
That's a big-time play from the defense once again. But back to my thought, when we talked about those 3 losses that North Shore had, they were playing top-notch teams to get that fortitude, to get that fire, to go through that kind of tough situation. It prepares you for situations like this in a hostile game, trying to go to the state championship.
Dominic Ramsey will come on and punt this one away. His first 2 were bad. His last one was great, although it was very fortuitous on the low-line drive. He stands at his 6, and back deep to return is Nichols. Bad snap, able to get it off though. This one's going to go, it's going to land in the middle of the field at the 48, takes a forward bounce across the 50, backed up near the 50-yard line, and North Shore is going to take over the football near midfield. You talk about the field position game, North Shore has dominated it so far in this one. Yeah,
North Shore has had the better end of the field position game so far. They put up 10 points as well with 7 minutes to go. I mean, this is a big drive for both teams, but especially for Judson. They want to make sure they can figure out a way to kind of slow down this running game. And like I said, once you do that is you get your 2 middle linebackers. Those guys need to start getting that inside gap pressure to try to force North Shore out of what they want to do, and that's their running game.
Fans, make sure to log on to TexanLive.com to vote for the Player of the Year in the city of Houston. Voting will close next weekend, so make sure to cast your vote today at TexanLive.com, your home for high school sports. So 7:33 left to play in the half. It's a 10-0 North Shore lead as they open up this drive at midfield. Motion man from left to right. Fake the handoff to him. They give it to Boudreaux. Boudreaux up the gut, breaks a tackle at the 45, and he's tripped up near the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 8 yards on the play as Boudreaux takes it 8 yards right up the middle as Dominic Ramsey makes the tackle.
Simple zone read off to your left-hand side. I mean, Boudreaux's running the ball hard all season long. He's got a lot of yards. Thus far on the season's running for almost 800 yards. That's exactly what you want from your tailback position.
In between Boudreaux and Gilroy,
a
couple of seniors, they've been a 2-headed attack, and they've done it pretty well. Flag flies, and again, that's going to be on the offense. Boy, the receiver, Ralph Davis, on the far side of the field, jumped early. You hate to see that, period. You hate it even more whenever it's one of your wideouts.
Yeah, I think that play was to him. Usually when the play is coming your way, seriously, you're more excited about getting off the ball. I think there may have been a play for maybe a deep route, maybe an 8 route, over the middle of the field since they're running cover 2, possibly.
Try to get a head start, beat your guy deep. 2nd and 7. Clock restarts. It's under 7. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers set, long in the gun. Has Boudreaux to his left shoulder. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Here's some pressure. They're going deep down the far sideline, and it's incomplete. Underthrew Ralph Davis. They kept the same play.
Yeah.
Went for Davis. He couldn't hang on because he couldn't get by his man.
Yeah, it's actually outstanding coverage. He actually used the sideline as another part of the defense, kind of pushing him out, but you can see why he jumped the previous play. Usually when you're a wide receiver and you're aggressive like that to play before, you're getting the ball, and you come out a little bit faster as opposed to a blocking play or a running play like that.
North Shore has it 3rd and 7 at the Judson 47-yard line. Mustangs 1 for 4 on 3rd downs. It'll be a shotgun formation for Long. Long takes the snap, looking to throw. Here comes some heat. Throws it over to the near sideline, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Brian Mayde. Frederick Gaines in the coverage, and Long got hit as he threw. Boy, Judson, they almost went with a jailbreak blitz, trying to get to Long and force him to get rid of it.
Yeah, that's exactly what they need to do. They need to start bringing, maybe a corner fire blitz or the linebacker blitz, something to kind of get Northshore off of the game and what they're doing right now. Northshore's kind of controlling the game with the run, and you want to try to get them off of that comfort zone as much as you can.
Cuevas on to punt. Melvin Thompson back to return. Cuevas. High spiral and kick. It's a good one. Tompkins going to get out of the way. Bounces at the 6, takes a backwards bounce, and it's down near the 10-yard line. That was beautiful.
That's pretty.
Spotted at the 12-yard line. It's only a 35-yard punt, but no return. You pin them right at the 10.
Yeah, you did well when you walk off the field and you have two of your coaches coming up with the high fives. I mean, that was an outstanding kick to give them a great field position, for Northshore's defense, to put them deep in the hole. This is an important series, important drive for Judson. You want to try to get something established, not only for this final 6 minutes, but you want to establish something for the second half.
Judson averages 300 yards on the ground per game. They're averaging 22 right now. Looking to throws. Williams gets away from the initial man, and he takes it himself across the 10 to the 11-yard line. He picks up a yard, but he's able to elude the sack and get a positive gain of at least a yard as opposed to getting hit in the backfield. Dever was there with the initial pressure, and then LaFleur and Chason paired up on the tackle. 2nd down and 9. They go quick. The handoff up the middle, across the line of scrimmage, and they get another yard to the 12.
Yeah, right now, Northshore, they're pinning their ears back. I mean, they've been doing this all game. They did that the last game that I watched them. I mean, it's very hard up front. Those front 4 guys are hard to block. I know they're trying to double team them, and they're still having a hard time with their swats and swims that they do and just the fear aggressiveness that they use.
Britton Larkin on the stop. I believe the running back's Jay Miller. He's wearing 35. 35 is not on the roster. I think Miller forgot his jersey. Looking to throw it. It's caught at the near side. That's good for the first down to the 23. First time that Jelon Williams has connected on a pass today. He's 1 for 9 now. Greg Craddock was there for the stop. Keyston Roach on coverage. Greg Craddock made the catch. Roach forced him out of bounds as they take it to the 23-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a first down. Shotgun formation. Williams hands it off, running to the near side across the 25, bulldozing forward to the 27-yard line. A pickup of 4. I believe that's Jay Miller.
Wow, Judson has a lot of size, man. Those young men down there, those guys, linemen, running backs, wow.
Hand off again up the middle. Now runs it outside towards the numbers, takes it across the 30-yard line to the 31. It's a pickup of 4. Josh Cifuentes, the junior, with the stop. Third down and 2 coming up. Faking the handoff. Williams keeps it himself, runs right. He has the first down across the 35, across the 40 to the 42 before he's brought down by Monroe. It's a gain of 11 on the play.
Yeah, design quarterback keep. I know it's a zone read, but it's a design quarterback keep, trying to get him involved. Once again, Williams has had an outstanding season running and passing. You want to try to get him in the game as much as you can early so he can get that confidence, especially for the second half.
First down and 10, ball at their own 42-yard line. Williams in the gun. They'll motion Miller out of the backfield. Fake the pass to him. They throw it down the seam, wide open, caught at the 30. And he will score easily as Deshaun Groban high steps inside the 10, inside the 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown pass by Jelon Williams from 58 yards away, and Judson gets on the board.
All that set up from having a man in motion in the backfield. Of course, right now, Northshore is pinning their ears back, coming in the backfield. So what you do is you play action out to the left-hand side to your back in the backfield, and you have your tight end slide out right down the middle of the field in the seam for a touchdown. Nice play from Judson. Nice call.
Govan's 5th touchdown catch of the year. Williams' 20th touchdown throw. As the extra point is up, and it's good from Brandon Walters. So Judson, just like that, right back in it after the 58-yard touchdown pass. Northshore still in front, 10-7, 4:26 left to play in the second quarter on Texan Live.
Come enjoy the heart of Katy, Texas, one of the most delightful cities in the Lone Star State. The best part? It's a short drive from Houston and minutes from the Energy Corridor. With places to stay and places to play, anything you'd like to eat, and an old town charm that can't be beat. Activities and fun for the entire family. Enjoy the best of both worlds in the City of Champions, Katy, Texas. For more information, go to cityofkaty.com.
.426 left to play in the second quarter. It's a 10-7 lead. You like that play call there for Judson getting into the end zone.
Yeah, Judson needed to have some kind of success. I mean, this is the game trying to get to the championship game. For them, it might as well be the championship game for both of these teams, because if you win, you get to go on. You lose, you get to go home. And so they need to have some kind of success to get them back in the game, to get their fans back involved, to keep this game close, early, because Northshore right now have come out and have, been a little bit more aggressive in some of their areas. But that's a big play call. Nice play, nice touchdown.
They play 90-yard drive, using up 2 minutes and 1 second off the clock, as there are all sorts of flags flying in on this kickoff. See what Northshore does if they just add the 5 yards at the end of the, as where it went out of, first off, it went out of bounds. There's a penalty there. They were offsides on the line. It was just chaotic kickoff, one of the worst I've seen. Looks like they're going to have them re-kick. When you have the returners, you do. It's exactly what you want them to do.
Offsides, Judson number 6, kick out of bounds, go back 5 yards and re-kick.
Yeah, so back them up 5 yards, force them to kick it again. Back deep, Eric Monroe and Trayvon Robbins. Really, Monroe's the only one back. They're expecting a pooch. They have everybody up forward.
Yeah, as a coach, you always worry about it's when your team scores coming out, that special teams coming out, because you got all these guys that are excited, they're fired up. Some of the guys, they don't play on the offense or the defense, they play on special teams, so it's their moment to get out there. So you always worry about a penalty or a shank kick after a big score on your other team. You always worry about that.
Judson trying to pull a fast one. They kept the tee at the 40. Officials didn't fall for it, though. Is getting set to kick it away is Lionel Tapia, the senior kicker. Tapia will tee it up on that far hash. 4:26 left to play in the second quarter. It's a 10-7 Northshore lead. Tapia boots it away. It's a low line drive kick that's fielded at the 21-yard line. Running it over towards the near side, looking for the middle. It comes all the way to the near sideline, across the 25-30, across the 35-yard line was Ja'Cory Nichols, and Nichols gets hit out of bounds shy of the 40. Good field position, though, as he takes it to the 39-yard line, and Northshore will set up camp there.
Yeah, that young man's electric when he gets the ball. I'm surprised he got an opportunity to run it. It's great defense, special teams coverage for Judson to stop him, but it still gives Northshore a great field position with 4 minutes to go.
First down and 10, ball at the 39-yard line. Northshore leads by 3, but first time they've allowed a point, so let's see how they respond. Batty's going to keep it himself in the quarterback keeper. As he read it, kept it himself, runs left across the 40 to the 44-yard line, a pickup of 5 as Mayde picks up 5 yards on the play, and it looked like disaster initially as Judson was able to get up the middle.
Yeah, he almost gave that ball to his running back out of the backfield. It's very heady for him. He's also extra strong to pull that ball back out to keep the ball. Nice play.
Second down and 5. Clock under 4 minutes to play in the half. Handoff, running it over to the near side is Guillory. Guillory across the 45, near the first down marker where they'll give him forward progress, and then he's driven backwards by a host of Rockets, led by Malik Taylor, the senior corner.
That's a nice form tackle from Malik. Once again, young man, when you come in to make that tackle, make sure you have your head up. He had nice form, he had nice drive, nice tackle.
He picks up 4 yards to the 48. Northshore facing a 3rd down and 1 with their 1 of 5 on 3rd downs tonight. Judson, the fans from across the way, with a defense chant on this 3rd and short. Long is in the quarterback spot now. Takes the snap, keeps it himself up the middle, looking for the yard. It's going to depend on the spot. It's a huge pile near the 49. He needed the 49 for the first down, and right now the official's going to give him the first down. He gained the yard that he needed, that is it, but it's good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once again, they run that play very well. Quarterback keeper. They actually bring another young man in. I see they haven't brought him in the game. I won't give it away, just in case that's their strategy for the second quarter or second half, whatever. But they like to run the ball at the quarterback.
Under 3 minutes to play in the second quarter. Northshore leads by 3. Remember, Northshore won the toss. They elected to defer, so they'll get the football first coming out of the half. You know they like to make it a two-possession game again before then. Handoff, Guillory up the middle across midfield. He's brought down shortly after. In fact, they'll give him the 50-yard line. It's only a gain of a yard. Alton Robinson, who's been a big factor already tonight, on for another tackle.
Second down, 9 yards.
Second down and 9. Shotgun formation. 4 receivers set with Long in the gun. Guillory to his right shoulder. And now they're going to change the play as they all look over to the sideline. Head coach of this Northshore team, John Kay, in year 2. Troy Rogers, the offensive coordinator. Taking the snap is Long, looking to throw over the middle of the field where it's caught at the 40. That's good for the first down as he gets it all the way to the 38-yard line. Brian Mayde with the catch. Frederick Gaines bringing him down, but not before a gain of 12 yards and a Mustang first down.
That's a nice in route. Nice pass, nice catch.
Quickly, Long, handoff, Guillory. Guillory up the middle, looking to keep his feet, still fighting for yards, and he's tripped up, brought down at the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 2 yards and a timeout taken by this Northshore offense. We'll take it 2. There's a minute 44 left to play in the second quarter. Northshore driving and leading 10-7 as you watch the Class 6A Division I State Championship on Texan Live. Register online at CESperformance.com for your sports performance program. CESperformance.com has multi-month memberships and team training. CESperformance.com has baseline performance testing included with every athletic development program. Schedule your athletic evaluation at CESperformance.com. There's no cost or commitment. Be prolific at CESperformance.com. Back at NRG Stadium in Houston, it's the Class 6A Division I State semifinal. Week ahead of time. Northshore leads at 10-7. Minute 44 left to play in the second quarter. What's the mindset here for the Mustangs? Leading by 3, getting the football, coming back out in the second half and driving right now with the ball.
Exactly what you said earlier. They want to try to get some kind of points. I mean, of course, everybody's always shooting for touchdown. That's the goal. That's what you want to have. But if you can get 3 points here, I mean, you give yourself a 13-7 lead into the half and you get the ball back. You want to try to give that 2-possession score if you can get it.
Long has the ball with 2 backs in the backfield. He's going to take the snap. That's Mayde throwing at the ball, and it's picked off inside the 20. Interception, Judson inside the 20-yard line. As Mayde came on to throw, and it was picked off inside the 20. What a play from the defensive back. Is coming on to make that grab was Harold Wilson.
Wow, that's great hands. Usually when you're on defense, they say you can't catch. You're just an athlete, but he used great hands on that. That's something that Northshore didn't want to do, though. They didn't want to turn the ball over and give Judson an opportunity to run this clock out. They want to try to get some points on the board. The ball was just a little bit too far in front. It's a nice play on the defensive side of the ball, though.
So picked off by Watson. Judson has a turnover as they'll have it inside their own 20. Second time that Judson is forced a turnover. Throwing it off his back foot is Williams. He's just going to throw this away, and I bet you Northshore is going to want grounding here. They're not going to, no argument, a little surprised.
Yeah, we had a couple receivers in that area, but you have to be careful. He was still in the tackle box. You're right about that.
Well, I guess one of the cases you can make, though, is he wasn't really being pressured.
Yeah.
I was surprised they didn't argue it, though, didn't question it. Second down and 10 at the 18. Shotgun formation, Williams looking to throw. Here comes some pressures, able to get away from one, puts his hand down, and just throws it underhand out of bounds. 5 yards past the line of scrimmage, out of the pocket, and that one's clean.
I'm going to say he's a heady quarterback back there because he does understand the importance of getting that ball out of bounds, but he's living on the edge with that.
Noah Campbell in the area. He was able to shed away from Jalen Bryant. Third down and long, a minute 24. They haven't used up much time during this drive with 2 incomplete passes. Northshore has 1 timeout left. They can get the football back with a decent amount of time.
Yeah, this is big.
Williams with a 4 receiver set out of the gun. Takes the snap, looking to throw. He's going to throw it off his back foot deep down the far sideline, and he underthrows his man. Throw it off the back foot like that, you're not going to get it there. Kevin Luster was the intended target and ended up nowhere near him. Murphy on coverage.
Yeah, once again, the keys of the game, we talked about that blitz that Northshore does. I mean, they have that linebacker blitz. They came right up the middle. Simple A-gap blitz. You don't have very much time to get the ball, get your feet set, and then throw a pass. I mean, they're going to have to figure out a way to try to stop that. I mean, like I say, put a tailback in the backfield, maybe have a guy chip that linebacker that's coming in. I mean, you could also go too tight in to try to slow that down. You have everybody blocked down, have all your linemen kind of, form a wall so you can give your quarterback some time to throw the ball. If not, North Shore's going to penetrate them all day long.
Ja'Cory Nichols stands at his 50-yard line to get ready from this Ramsey punt. It's a high kick. And Nichols is going to watch it bounce. Nichols will play it on a hop at the 46 and doesn't have much room to run. I'm surprised Nichols isn't scooting up further and trying to catch it in the air instead of playing it on the hop. Nichols is not happy. You can tell by his mannerisms that he has a lot of frustration right now. But North Shore will get the ball back at their own 46 with still 69 seconds left to play in the half.
Yeah, it's nice special teams game planning, the way they're kicking the ball to Nichols. They know he's a big threat back there, and of course he's upset. I mean, he's getting hit. That was a big hit that he took. Kind of leaving himself exposed back there. The way they try to block it, they put most of their guys on the line to try to get that pressure. But you kind of leave him back there on an island by himself.
1:09 to play in the second quarter. Micaiah Long at the quarterback. Four receivers set, trips to the near side. Boudreaux's in the backfield. They'll motion one of the receivers, and they'll shovel past it to him. It's Robbins. Robbins sweeping it over to the near side. Gets the sideline to the 50. Into Judson territory to the 40. 35. Cuts it back inside. He's at the 30-yard line, and he's tackled from behind. Still some pushing and shoving going on, and we'll see where they officially mark it. But a huge pickup by Robbins on the shovel pass. That'll go as a pass, and Robbins able to take it all the way to the Judson 30-yard line. A pickup at 24.
That's a nice play. Once again, jet formation, man in motion coming across the field.
They'll go quick, 55 seconds. Quick pass over to the near side where it's caught. Trying to spin away from a defender is Isaiah Henry after making the grab on the near sideline. And he takes it inside the 20-yard line to the 19. First down after the gain of 11.
And that first down stops the clock to move the chains, so they have plenty of time. 49 seconds and counting.
Spotted their chains pretty quick. Clock rolling now as we near the 40-second mark. Mustangs with one timeout left. Judson has two. They're in no hurry to take a timeout right now, though. As Long's in the gun, changing the play. Long takes the snap, looks to throw, pump fake, look to run forward. He takes it to the 20, spins off a man, dives forward to the 17-yard line. And North Shore is going to take their final timeout of the first half. We'll step away as well. 28 seconds left to play in the second quarter. North Shore leading by 3. They're in the red zone. They're facing a 2nd and 8 when we come back on Texan Live.
Allspa's is so much more than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But Allspa's is also a boutique, featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, Allspa's is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. Allspa's is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
Back in NRG Stadium in Houston, 2nd down and 8. Ball at the Judson 17-yard line. North Shore leading 10-7. Now, Derek, kind of some strategy comes into play now. What do you do 2nd and 8? You have 28 seconds left. More importantly, there's no more timeouts you got.
Yeah, 28 seconds, you think that's a long time, but it's really not. If you get tackled in the middle of the field, you may not have time to bring your kicking team out on the field. So you want to do anything you do, you want to make sure it's towards the sideline or you're taking a shot towards the end zone.
2nd down and 8. Shotgun formation for Long. 3 receivers set. Takes the snap, looking to throw over the middle of the field, and he underthrows his man. He had a step, too, at the 5-yard line. He was looking for Elroy Potts. Potts had a step, but Long threw it behind him.
Yeah, and right now the Judson and the Rockets, they're in cover 2. You have your 2 safeties back in the back. If you want to try something, you want to try that middle like that, once again, the 8 route, but you want to take it deeper. You want to kind of extend it into the end zone. So if you do catch it, it's a touchdown.
Have to note, Long is off to Kansas after the season, but not as a quarterback. He's being recruited as a linebacker. Will play a linebacker at the next level. 3rd down and 8. Long takes the snap, looking to throw. Here comes some pressure. He's hit, and he's dropped to the 29. Clock rolling, under 20 seconds. They hurry the kick team on after the loss of a dozen. Long is a little slow to get up. Remember, he's favoring that ankle. He runs off, and now there's a Judson player down at the 30, and Judson can't get him off, and the officials are going to have to blow the whistle and kill this one. Well, that's a break for North Shore.
That's a huge break for Northshore because it allows them to get time and get set up. If you're the coach for Northshore, you tell everybody, get yourself down right now, be ready to kick it, because as soon as that young man's off the field, the clock is going to go.
Darren Thomas couldn't get off the field. And now Cuevas is on to attempt a 46-yard field goal with 8 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Ball on the near hash. Referee spots it, whistles the play in. Here's the long kick. He has the leg, and it's through. Aaron Cuevas drills the 46-yard field goal as the clock winds off of the second quarter clock. It wasn't necessarily pretty, but the 2-minute offense nets you 3 points if you're Northshore.
That's exactly what you wanted to do. Put some points on the board, go in the locker room excited. You're up 13-7, trying to get to the state championship game. Now you're going to get the ball back even more. I mean, that's something that you want to build on for the second half.
13-7 Northshore lead. They got off to the early lead. They were up 10-0 at one point. Judson got the long pass to narrow the gap down to 3. Northshore gets the last second field goal to make it back to a 6-point lead, 13-7.
Yeah.
Your first half thoughts, Derek?
Well, if you're Judson right now, you're excited to be where you're at right now. It's 13-7. You're playing the game, trying to get, of course, to the state championship game. You're right where you want to be. You're in hostile territory. It's 13-7. It's only a touchdown away from taking the lead. So you're going to tell the guys, keep doing what they're doing. You're going to make those adjustments on the running game and try to come out with your offense, try to establish something to get Julian Williams in the game. And then on North Shore side, what you're going to do as a coach, you're going to go in and say, hey, guys, we're doing what we need to do. Need to come back out, get the ball, try to establish our running game a little bit with Long, get Guillory involved in the game a little bit more, and you'll be right where you want to be.
Coming up in our Panera halftime show, we'll watch the performances of each team's bands and drill teams. Also, a little bit later, we'll take a look at our first half stats and get Derek's keys to the second half. That coming up next on the Panera halftime show on Texan Live.
At Panera, we decided a long time ago to avoid the easy road and switch to antibiotic-free chicken. That decision set a lot of things in motion. So now it's not just chickens raised this way. It's more ingredients you can trust. Which has taught us a lesson. Sometimes, what you think is the harder road turns out to be the only one worth being on. Panera Bread. Live consciously. Eat deliciously.
Outstanding Galaxy officers are Colonel Reagan Stanton, Lieutenant Colonel Brooke Duncan, Major Alexandra Covarrubias, and First Lieutenant Michaela Stanley. The Galaxy of the Week is Reagan Stanton. The Galaxy Director is Stephanie Collette. Please welcome the Galaxies and get ready. Lieutenant Giovanni Outing and Second Lieutenant Christiana Sandoval. The Starlight of the Week is Anisha Johnson. The Starlight Director is Sarah Howe. Please give a big welcome to the Starlights performing I'm a Believer. Judson color guard is performing to Christmas is Coming and Deck the Halls. Please enjoy the performance.
Download the new Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Connect and get live scores statewide. Find games near you. Plus, get your photos on our Friday night show. This is the one app that can handle high school football in Texas. Hit the App Store and type Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the TQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday night on Fox Sports Southwest.
At Cavender's, we don't just wear the West, we live it.
I live for a good run.
I live for the crowd.
My scar.
7 flat in the short round.
My face. Working with my partner. 8 seconds, nothing less.
Rooting for the bull.
Cavender's. Don't just wear it, live it.
Allspa's is so much more than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But Allspa's is also a boutique, featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, Allspa's is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. Allspa's is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
Register online at CESperformance.com for your sports performance program. CESperformance.com has multi-month memberships and team training. CESperformance.com has baseline performance testing included with every athletic development program. Schedule your athletic evaluation at CESperformance.com. There's no cost or commitment. Be prolific at CESperformance.com.
The 2015-2016 military officers are Junior Lieutenant Jessica Rodriguez, Senior Lieutenant Irene Perez, Co-Captain Clarissa Torres, and Captain Melanie Newton. The Spirit Girl of the Week is Madison Miller. The Scarlet of the Week is Kyla Clark. The Scarlets would like to dedicate their performance to the Mustang football team. Let's keep it going, guys, all the way to state. The Scarlets will be performing their hip-hop routine to All I Do Is Win. evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's performance of the Northshore Senior High Marching Band. The band completed its most successful contest season in October, winning the GP ISD Marching Contest, the U.S. Band Sugarland Showcase, and receiving straight ones at the UIL Region 19 Marching Contest and the BOA Super Regional at the Alamo Dome. The band would like to continue tonight's performance by playing the Groove and Macklemore hit, Can't Hold Us. Now welcome the award-winning Northshore cheerleaders to the field and join them in cheering on your Mustangs. The band would now like to feature the cheerleaders in scarlets as they dance to the Pharrell Williams hit Happy from Despicable Me. North Shore fans, come to for your North Shore Senior High School fight song. The North Shore Senior High Band is under the direction of Shane Dawson, John Reed, and John Van Overen. The color guard instructor is Becky Flores. The percussion director is Matthew Howell. Visual staff members are Michael Tenali, Danny Rubio, and Samantha McCree. The principal of North Shore Senior High is Dr. Joe Coleman. The principal of North Shore High School is Mr. Jason Pollock. The arts director of Galena Park ISD is Mr. Sam Harris. And the superintendent of Galena Park ISD is Dr. Angie Williams. Thank you for your attention and enjoy the rest of the game.
Welcome you back into the Panera halftime show at NRG Stadium in Houston with Derek Jones. I'm Jeremy Branham. Our halftime score 32-7. North Shore leads by 6. Take a look at some of the first half stats. We'll start with the North Shore Mustangs. The Mustangs in the first half, 168 total yards and 115 of those on the ground, 53 through the air. Micaiah Long, 6 of 12, 53 yards. Mayde came on through a pass. It was picked off on the ground. Leading the way is Gulroy. Gulroy has 9 carries, 37 yards. Monroe came over, had that 1 carry for 32 yards, got into the end zone. Boudreaux, 3 carries, 26 yards long, 9 carries, 11 yards through the air. We've seen Robbins with 2 catches, 21 yards. Mayde, 2 catches, 21 yards. What have you seen from North Shore in the first half? What do you think they have to do in the second half to get the victory, move on to the state title?
Defense, and more defense. I mean, I see these guys right now, they're doing bull in the ring. This is the game to get to the state championship game, and these young men are in the end zone doing bull in the ring. That just tells you the mindset of what North Shore wants to do. They want to be aggressive. They want to be aggressive on offense. They want to be aggressive and nasty on defense, and that's exactly what they've done. They did that last week, and they're performing the same way today. I mean, they want to bring that out in the second half, continue to be aggressive, and get after Judson.
Meanwhile, Judson, as we take a look at some of their numbers, they were stymied a little bit in the first quarter, started to pick it up a little bit more in the second. Of course, a lot of their yards came on that 1 long touchdown pass from Williams to Govan from 58 yards out. 113 total yards for the Rockets, 44 of those on the ground, 69 through the air. Williams, a tough first half throwing the football, 2 of 13, a touchdown and interception. Leading them on the ground was McCormick, who had 18 yards on 4 carries. Williams, 8 carries, 10 yards. Jackson, 5 carries, 10 yards. Can't really get anything going on the ground. And Govan's their leading receiver with 1 catch, 58 yards. What about them? What have you seen? What does Judson need to do to come from behind? Only down by 6, 1 possession.
Yeah, you're only down by 6. I mean, you're exactly where you want to be. I mean, if you're not tied the game or ahead, you're not that far behind. I mean, they want to come out. They want to get to, Williams involved more. They want to get him, going. He's kind of like the horse that carries the team as far as offense. I mean, offense and what he does from the passing game and the running game. So they want to figure out a way to kind of get him more involved, get him loose a little bit more. The linemen, they're going to have to work out something on their blocks, whether it's the zone blocking, whether it's a combo block combination. They need to work on something to kind of slow down the pressure from North Shore, because right now North Shore, this whole game, they've been pinning their ears back from the linebacker position, bringing corner blitzes, edge blitzes. They've been doing the DT stunts. You name it, they've been doing it right now. So they have to work out something on the offensive line to where they can give more time to their offensive stars in the backfield. Maybe even bring a tailback, I said a little bit earlier, bring a tailback in motion, or even bring 2 tights. Run an ace formation to try to slow North Shore down a little bit, because right now on the edge, North Shore is getting too much penetration. And on defense, continue to do what they've done. They've only given up 13 points. Their defense has been flying around. They had a couple turnovers. They're playing an exciting brand of football right now. So if you're Judson, you're excited. You're exactly where you want to be. You have another half to go to see who's going to make it to the state championship. championship game. So continue doing what you're doing. It's been a great game for the fans, and I know they're enjoying it right now on Texan Live as well.
13-7. Northshore has the lead, 6-point advantage as Derek Jones and I from the best seat in the house here at NRG Stadium, City of Houston, is Judson and Northshore, a couple of powers in Class 6A, battling for the state championship on the line. The winner will get Austin Westlake. Slipped my mind there for a moment. They get Austin Westlake. They beat Allen yesterday in what many people considered a huge upset, 23-17 victory. Todd Dodge, former North Texas head coach, of course, also was at South Lake Carroll whenever they won the bunch of the state championships there. Knocked off Allen, snapped their 57-game winning streak, and also 3 consecutive titles for Allen as they are out of the state's playoffs. So here we go, about set to start the third quarter. Getting set to kick it away. Tapia for Judson. As they'll kick it right to left. Northshore will have it first here in this third quarter, and they'll move the football left to right. Back deep to return is Eric McRoe. Ja'Cory Nichols is back there as well, one of the upmen. Tapia will get set to boot it away. Start of the third quarter, NRG state championship game awaits for the winner of this one. Squib kick over to the near side. It's going to squib right on out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Flag coming in, of course, with that ball going out. We saw this happen in the first half. Northshore would have Judson kick it off again. So we'll see if that stays the same.
Yeah, what you're doing, trying to doing something like that, you're trying to kick the ball hard enough to where it bounces off of somebody. Maybe someone's not paying attention. You know, when you come out from the halftime, you're not as warm as you need to be. You know, so sometimes you have to be careful with that. But very heads-up play is kicked hard enough to where everybody can kind of get out of the way. It's going to give outstanding field position for Northshore. But if you're Judson, you don't mind that because your defense has come out. They played an outstanding game so far, so it's not a bad thing.
So the football went out of bounds to the 29. And they'll march it the 5 yards at where it went out of bounds. Usually you see the football go out of bounds inside the 30. When that's the case, they'll spot it at the 30. But since the 29-yard line, you get 5 yards from there to the 34. Long's going to keep it himself on the read option. Takes it up the middle across the 35 to the 36. The pickup of 2 yards on the first play in the second half. First play from scrimmage in the second half. Shane Calvin with the tackle.
Yeah, that young man, he's definitely put the warrior status on him. Now, I can see that he's still hurting back there, but he's still running the ball. He wants to be a part of this game, and they need him.
Second down and 8, ball at the 36-yard line. Long in the shotgun. They'll look over to the side. Get a new play call from the Northshore coaching staff. Their offensive coordinator, Troy Rogers. Head coach, John Kay. 19-8 so far at Northshore in his second year. Long will take the snap. He hands it off. It's Gullery. Gullery up the middle. Still on his feet. Loses the football. But whistles blew. Whistles blew. And they're going to say his forward progress was stopped before he lost the ball. Judson is telling the officials to look at the video board. Yes, the ball came out, but it appeared that the forward progress and the whistles blew before he lost the ball.
Yeah, it's no instant replay to go back and take a look, but a lot of times a referee will blow the whistle as soon as that momentum stops because you're trying to keep it a safe game. I mean, safety is always important, and you have a lot of people coming in late to the pile, so it's for safety reasons.
Picks up a yard to the 37. On that one, you wouldn't have had instant replay anyways because the whistles blew. Here's a throw right over the middle, and it's incomplete. Looking for Elroy Potts, and Potts had a chance, jumped maybe a little bit too early, and went right through the hands, incomplete. Frederick Gaines in coverage.
Yeah, so they're running the cover 2 defense. In the middle is where you want to try to get the ball. You want to tell your receiver, though, make sure you keep running, and you want to get your quarterback to put just a little bit more air underneath the ball. Just lead him just a little bit. Drop that in there for a nice play.
Cuevas comes on to punt it away as he stands at his own 23. Melvin Thompson back deep at his 30. High snap, good catch, and he just gets it off. An end-over-end kick that bounces to the 38, takes a forward and sidewards bounce at the 35, and inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. Pretty good punt. Actually, going to say went out of bounds to the 35 as Cuevas boots it there, and that's where Judson will have the football for the first time in the second half.
Now, my keys, I want to see what Judson comes out to try to do to slow down this this Northshore Mustang defense. Once again, maybe you have your linemen once again kind of block together, combo block a little bit, especially in that A and B gap. That's your guard and your centers kind of worked a little bit together to try to slow that down. Or you have a tailback in the backfield, maybe chip up somebody. You have to slow Northshore down, whatever you're doing.
28-yard punt, no return. Motion up front on that left side of the offensive line before the snap. And Terrence Hickman asking his center, Jacob Alonzo, what happened? Looked like Alonzo maybe got the snap count incorrect.
Yeah, usually when you're that wide away from the ball, though, the guy next to you kind of holds your hand a little bit to let you know when the ball's going.
Handoff up the middle. It's Jackson. Jackson, full head of steam. And he'll take it to the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. And on the stop, Andrew Hyacinth.
Yeah, I can see Judson coming out with the double teams. They're trying to slow them down a little bit up front.
Second down and a dozen. Motion man, counter Williams running right, crossed the 35, looking for the sideline of the 40. And he's wrapped up, tangled down near the 40-yard line, ripped out of bounds. Hyacinth again with the stop. It's a pickup of 7 yards, though, and the quarterback keeper by Williams.
Yeah, it's a nice counter. You have your big tackle and your big guard pulling to the right-hand side. That's the play they want to run before the penalty. Coming right back to that to kind of get your big fellas out front. I mean, whatever they can do to get Williams started, that's what they're trying to do to get him involved.
Ball's on the far hash. 3rd down and 5 at the 40-yard line. Shotgun formation for Williams. Trips over to the near side. They motion Jackson out of the backfield. Throw it over the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Melvin Thompson, and Thompson and Williams just weren't on the same page. Ja'Cory Nichols with the coverage on the play for the Mustangs. And Northshore is going to force Judson to punt.
Yeah, it's a quick 3 and out. Once again, Northshore's defense, they've come out aggressive just like they did prior in the first half. I mean, it's something that you want to hang your hat on if you're Northshore. That's what you do. Be very careful, be very cautious though on this special team. We hadn't heard much from Nichols back here, but if you get the ball to him, they're going to set that wall up. They run that very well.
Judson's going to motion out of a traditional punt formation. They have everybody lined up to the near side of the football. They'll motion one of the guys, and now they're going to run it over towards the near side. It's Miller across the 40, 45, first down and more, across the 50, and he loses the football, and Northshore recovers. Wow. The fake punt works to perfection. They get the first down and more, and then Miller just lost the football, recovered by Bolt. And it was knocked away by one of his blockers up front. It didn't get knocked away by a strip or a Mustang hit. He ran into one of his blockers, the ball was dislodged, and the Mustangs jump on it.
That was a great play call to have that fake punt. Only thing I can say as a runner, when you're running the ball, make sure you put your fingertip over the tip of the ball, squeeze it tight, and bring it up high to your body. That way when you run into people, it won't come out like that.
What a play, what a sequence of events. As Long will take it, they fake the end around. He's looking to throw, fires it over the middle of the field, and he overthrows he led him too far as he was looking again for Eric Monroe. Monroe playing a little bit of offense, playing both ways tonight as he comes off the field now, and he had a step or two as Long just couldn't get it to him.
Yeah, I would come back to that maybe 3 or 4 plays from now, maybe a little bit later. But I would put some more air underneath the ball and have him come all the way across the field just like he was doing. I mean, I think that's wide open.
Monroe visibly upset on the sidelines. 2nd down and 10. The handoff goes to Boudreaux. Boudreaux looking for some room on the left side. There's nothing there as he gets a yard to the 44-yard line, and that is it. Alton Robinson, who's been so good tonight, making another stop.
Yeah, you want to commend Judson. I mean, the Rockets have been very stout on their defensive line. They've been just as comparable to what Northshore has done all night long. They've done a great job, but this is a big 3rd down. They need to find some way to get off the field and get their offense back on the field once again.
They've been 2 for 6 on 3rd down tonight. Clock under 8:40 in the 3rd. They lead by 6. 3rd and 9 at their own 44. Receiver motions from near side to far side. They hang it out. They fake the handoff to him. They go deep. Tripped up. Accidental contact, no call. He was looking for Isaiah Henry. Malik Taylor tripped him up with his feet. Incidental contact, no flag on the play.
Yeah, that's a great call by you on that. There's accidental contact. You're not going to call that. In most cases, referee's not going to call that play. The only thing they could have done different is maybe had Long kind of put more air underneath the ball. And that way would have given a little bit more time for that when their feet got tangled. If the ball would have been a little bit closer to him. Maybe the ref throws a flag in that case.
Cuevas on to punt it away for the 2nd time in the half. High spiraling kick. Fair catch is called for by Thompson, and Thompson will reel it in at the 21-yard line. Good kick by Cuevas. Didn't exactly put him inside the 20, but close.
Yeah, he's been consistent tonight, and once again, that's a win for Judson's defense. I mean, like I said, they've been playing a great game tonight. I mean, both sides, the defenses have shown themselves, and to win a championship, you have to have great defense. They're keeping both of these defenses. They're giving them the offenses. They're keeping both of these offenses in the game, giving them a chance to have some success.
1st and 10, ball at the 21-yard line. Snap back, the handoff this time goes to McCormick. McCormick looking for the right sideline, breaks a tackle across the 25, and then he's forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Andrew Hyacinth with another stop. Actually gave the 29 all the way up to the 29, a pickup of 8.
That's a nice run. Once again, that young man has had some success all season long.
They'll go quick. At least they had the makings of going quick, and now they will. Handoff again, McCormick. McCormick, nope, keeping it himself as Williams runs it over to the right side across the 30. Near the first down marker at the 31 before he's ripped out of bounds by Eric Monroe. And it will be a first down for the Rockets. Pickup of 2.
Yeah, they're trying to get Williams involved. Once again, I'm thinking in my head, maybe they do something, with the wide receiver coming back to kind of crack. But I did see someone, attempting to do that. They do have a wing out there, but trying some way to get him to the outside.
Shotgun formation for Williams. He'll take the snap. He's looking to throw over towards the near side. Has time. Now he launches it deep down the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. There were 2 players in the vicinity. Kevin Luster was in the area. Greg Craddock was in the area. And the Mustang on coverage was Zafir Murphy. Kind of threw it in the middle of both of them.
Yeah, when you're running your routes, I mean, you want to definitely have some separation. I mean, it appeared that both the guys were in the same vicinity, on a pass play like that. You got to have that separation, the different tiers. That way, you keep the defenders away. Because if not, you're gonna end up having a defender in great position to get an interception.
Williams is now 2 for 15 through the air. 2nd down and 10. Williams takes the snap. He'll hand it off to McCormick. McCormick looking for the right sideline. A stiff arm across the 35 to the 36 to the 37. Zafir Murphy was on the receiving end of that stiff arm, but still forced him out of bounds. It is a pickup of 6 yards.
Right now, they're trying to get to the outside, trying to get to that edge. Right now, they can't run up the middle because of the stout defense that Northshore is playing. So they're going to try to hit edges on the right to the left, to try to get some kind of room for their running game. Williams in the gun, 2 receivers near side. Offset back to the near side as well. The handoff to McCormick. McCormick bounces off one of his blockers, looks to go outside, juke back inside, but he loses a yard or 2. 2-yard loss back to the 35-yard line. Just nowhere to run. Zafir Murphy again with the tackle, and the punt team is on for the Rockets. Yeah, if you're a defensive coordinator and you want to learn how to be a good defensive coach, you want to teach your guys that aggressiveness. You want to get your linemen is doing exactly what the defensive line for Northshore is doing. They're using their hands. They have good hand placement, fighting off, and then you have your linebackers flowing, and everybody's attacking the football.
Ramsey on to punt. Nichols back to return. High snap. Good catch. Short punt off the side of the foot. This one went out of bounds. I'm not sure it got past the first down marker. They're going to put it at the 40-yard line. It was a 5-yard punt. Wow. No return. That's the good news. 5-yard net. Not good. And Northshore will have excellent field position at the Judson 40-yard line.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't trying to do that. But the pressure, a little bit of pressure coming from Northshore makes you kind of get into your kick a little bit earlier than you want to. But you want to make sure if that's happening, you put another back there to make him feel comfortable so he can step in it and get a good kick.
That's a good point. And he didn't get any help on the snap. He had to leap up to make the catch. Empty backfield now. Beatty's in the game. He fires it to the far side. It's incomplete. Looking for Gilroy over there on that left side. It went in and out of the hands. Couldn't hang on. Incomplete. Second down and 10. Well, Gilroy's got to make that catch. Looked like he was looking to run before he was ready to catch it. Looking up the field before the ball was reeled in. So Beatty changing the play at the line. 3 receivers set. Beatty will take the snap, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, looks to go up the middle across the 40-yard line. to the 38. It's a pickup of 2 yards by Mayde, probably 4-down territory as he picks up 2, sets up a 3rd and 8.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, they're close enough to probably try to go for it on 4th down. This is what Northshore does, though. This is their kind of offense. They want to get the ball to the quarterback, get the ball back to Guillory back in the backfield, have those guys pounding ground. They don't mind it being a messed up game like it is a disjointed kind of game because they know their defense is pretty stout.
3rd down and 8. Trips over to the near side. Mayde in the gun. Mayde takes the snap, fires it to the left side. Incomplete. Incomplete. Near the 1st down marker, the intended receiver was Ralph Davis. Watson was on coverage, but if Davis hangs on, that's probably a 1st down.
Yeah, I see Judson trying to bring that fire blitz, that corner blitz that we talked about a little bit earlier in the day, but you're also leaving your man one-to-one, man-to-man coverage out there. On something like that, I mean, I may even do a stop and go, or I may have him just run a straight 9 route.
Northshore is going to play the field position game and bring on Cuevas to punt. Low snap, Cuevas fields it nearly on a knee, gets the spiral and kick off, bounces inside the 20, inside the 10, inside the 6 to the 5-yard line. Well, that was a heck of a job by Cuevas. 2 things. 1, fielding it. 2, not dropping down to a knee because he would have been down there.
You're exactly right. Fielding the ball is the key. I mean, he got the ball. It was a low snap, but he played some shortstop, a little baseball somewhere along the line. He's got his body right in front of it, got his hands down, and he didn't panic. I mean, waited for the ball, got it, made a nice kick, and I mean, it's a great field position for the North Shore defense to get started.
6:09 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Both these teams filling each other out a little bit here in this 3rd quarter. You have to give credit to the Judson defense after terrible field position.
Yeah.
Able to hold and force the punt. Getting the 3 and out. Williams at his goal line in the gun. 1st and 10 at the 5. Looking to throw. Launches it deep down the right numbers, and it's incomplete. Late flag flies. Zafir Murphy was on coverage. So was Leandre Dever. He was in coverage as well. There were 2 receivers in the same spot as Kevin Luster was there, and so was the running back Sincere McCormick. Murphy is called the interference, and John Kay is all the way out to the numbers to protest the call. So it'll be a 15-yard penalty. Takes him to the 21-yard line. But John Kay was not happy. Shotgun formation for Williams. Ships to the near side, faking the handoff, keeps it himself on the read option. Going outside, cuts it back inside across the 25-yard line. And ruled down at the 25. Pick up of 4 yards on the keeper by Williams. He's brought down by Dever.
Yeah, once again, they had the lineman pull it to the right-hand side. Simple plays, just trying to get a opportunity for your quarterback Williams to run the ball.
2nd down and 6. We approach the 5.5-minute mark in quarter number 3. Shotgun is Williams. He has 2 receivers to the far side. Now they'll move 1 in motion. Fake the handoff to him on the end around. Here comes some pressure. Williams running into the pocket, breaks a tackle across the 30, 35, and he's hit from behind, brought down at the 38-yard line. He was able to elude the rush, elude the sack, and pick up 13 yards and a rocket 1st down.
Yeah, that's a nice scramble from the quarterback. I mean, you saw a lot of guys coming in for penetration.
They go quick, handoff Miller. Miller running right across the 40-yard line, still on his feet to the 41. Picks up 3.
Yeah, on that previous play, though, they were trying to get the same young man down the middle of the field that they did, and they scored earlier, but it was covered well from North Shore.
Judson rather trying to pick up the tempo. 2nd down and 7 under 5 minutes in the 3rd quarter. Trips to the near side. The handoff to Miller. Miller right up the gut, running over people across the 45 to the 49. That'll be good enough to move the chains for the Rockets after the pickup of 8 yards. And Dever took the blow, but does bring him down.
Yeah, it appears Judson's trying to impose their will right now on North Shore. They're coming downhill and they're being more aggressive. It's exactly what they need to do.
Trip to the near side for Williams. Fires it over to the near side. Caught by Thompson. Thompson gets away from one. Won't get away from another. Got to the line of scrimmage, and that is the end of the road. Keyston Roach there for the stop as he gets no gain. Might have lost half a yard, but no gain officially back to the 49.
Yeah, really impressed with the secondary for North Shore. All those guys are flying around from Monroe to Nichols. I mean, every one of them, they're flying around and making tackles. They've been very aggressive all game long.
2nd down and 10. Trips over to the near side. They'll motion Luster from left to right. Fake the handoff to him. Throw it down the right numbers. Incomplete. They had Mikel Jackson open. He had a step on Murphy, and Williams couldn't lead him. Led him too far, incomplete. That might have been 6.
Yeah, that would have been 6. He put a little bit more underneath the ball. It's a great play call. You're trying to do everything to show that it's a running play, to try to get the aggressiveness of Northshore to come up just a little bit. Then you slip your running back right back behind him.
Williams 3 for 17 now through the air. It's 3rd and 10. Judson's 4 for 13 tonight in 3rd down attempts. Here's Williams. Williams dropping back, looking to throw, fires it, caught at the 30, breaking a tackle inside the 20, going down to near the 15-yard line. As reeling it in was Ramsey, brought down from behind by Murphy at the 15-yard line. A pickup of 36 yards.
Nice throw, nice catch. It's a simple 7 route, which is a corner route, to set up a 1st down and 10 for Judson.
4:02 left to play in the 3rd quarter. We'll step away. Northshore leading Judson 13-7, but Judson has entered the Northshore red zone. Will the result be? We'll find out when we come back on Texan Live.
Download the new Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday. Connect and get live scores statewide. Find games near you. Plus, get your photos on our Friday night show. This is the one app that can handle high school football in Texas. Hit the App Store and type Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the TQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday night on Fox Sports Southwest.
.402 left to play in the 3rd quarter. So we welcome you back to NRG Stadium in Houston with Derek Jones. I'm Jeremy Branham. A long completion sets up the Rockets 1st and 10 at the Mustang 15-yard line.
That's a great play call once again. 7 routes, setting them up 1st down and 10. This is a big play, big series.
Williams in the gun, 3 receivers near side, ball on the far hash. He hands it off to Jackson. Jackson up the middle, has a hole, and he will score. Jackson from 15 yards out, and the Rockets have tied the Mustangs up 13 apiece and an extra point away from having their first lead of the night.
Zone read dive right up the middle of the field, goes pretty much untouched to the end zone. We have a new ball game.
Jackson scores his 12th touchdown of the year. And on to attempt the extra point is Brandon Walters, right-footed kicker, looking to put the Rockets in front for the first time tonight. Good snap, good hold. The kick is on its way, and he drills it. And Judson, with 3 minutes and 53 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter, takes their first lead of the night. They're in front by 1, 14-13 on Texan Live.
Texas, one of the most delightful cities in the Lone Star State. The best part? It's a short drive from Houston and minutes from the Energy Corridor. With places to stay and places to play, anything you'd like to eat, and an old town charm that can't be beat. Activities and fun for the entire family. Enjoy the best of both worlds in the City of Champions, Katy, Texas. For more information, go to cityofkaty.com.
Back inside NRG Stadium, the Class 6A Division I state semifinals, where Judson has their first lead of the night, 14-13, after a 9-play, 94-yard drive that uses 2 minutes and 16 seconds off the clock. That's about as quick of a 94-yard march as you're going to see, and Judson finally has the lead tonight.
Yeah, they hadn't had a lot of success all night trying to drive the ball against this Northshore Mustang defense, but they put together exactly what they need, all set up, by the penalty. They kept the drive going, and then that big 7 route to get a 1st down 10 close to the goal line. It's a big play from Judson.
We're going to find out a little bit of what Northshore has in their bellies on this possession as this line drive kick is kicked out of bounds, flags flying in. So we've seen this happen twice now, and John Kay has done opposite things. He's forced him to re-kick once. He's taken the yardage once. This is the rubber decision, if you will. He's going to force him to re-kick, I think. Well, whenever you have players back there like Eric Monroe and Ja'Cory Nichols, Jalen Thomas, I think that'd be my decision every time.
You're exactly right. I want them to kick the ball. Their special teams last week, really successful. Most of the season, very successful. You have a guy going to LSU. You have other guys that are being looked at from different colleges. You want to get your skill guys as many touches as they can get. So, yeah, I'm setting it up again, and I'm kicking the ball deep.
So it'll back them up 5 yards. They'll kick it away from the 35. Judson is huddling up on their sideline, in between the sideline and the numbers, kind of getting a free timeout out of this. And a couple of the Northshore coaches are saying, come on, hustle them up. So they'll come back out there. Tapia will tee it up. The 35 right between the hashes. See if he tries to boot this one away deep.
Yeah, you have to be careful because this is onside kick territory as well as a coach, especially if you're a riverboat gambler.
Tapia, he's got it teed up. He hasn't stepped off like he's going to try to kick it deep. Instead, it'll be an onside squib. It's bounced off a defender at the 40, and then just jumping on top of the football after the bobble is Isaiah Henry. Good field position, though, as Northshore will start it at their own 40-yard line.
Yeah, but you believe in your defense as well. But anytime you have a kind of delay like that, you have to be careful because most coaches, especially after a big score, one team has the emotion that kind of goes down, the other emotion goes up. So sometimes you try to take advantage of that by kicking that ball like that.
So Mustangs will have it 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield, 1 to each shoulder of Mikael Long. Motion man now from right to left is Potts. Long will take the snap. He hands it off Boudreaux, sweeping left, and he's disposed in the backfield. Shane Calvin was able to crash the edge and bring Boudreaux down for a loss back to the 34-yard line. He loses 6 yards.
That's a big-time play. When you have your defensive ends on the outside, the main thing that they're responsible for is contain. You need to be the end man on the line of scrimmage. No one can go around you. That's a big-time play from that young man.
Much has been said about the Mustang defense so far tonight, but you have to tip your cap to Judson. This is a Northshore offense that averages nearly 400 a game. They have 168 right now. Handoff Boudreaux. Boudreaux looking for room up the middle, takes it across the 35 to the 38-yard line. He picks up 4 before Brody Stoppler, the sophomore linebacker, brings him down. Third and 12 from the 38. Trips over to the near side, Long in the gun. They get him off sides. Long will have a free play. He'll look deep as he throws over the middle of the field, and it's knocked away. Elroy Potts was the intended receiver, and a heck of a play was made as getting a hand on it was Dominique Ramsey, the senior safety, who leads him in tackles with a 108, leads him in interceptions with 4. They get the 5-yard penalty. They'll get third down opportunity again as this moves it up to the 43 and sets up a 3rd and 7.
Yeah, once again, free play, nice play from Long. But you want to do is put a little bit more air underneath the ball, but throw it just a little bit further. Don't worry about out-throwing your guy. Just try to put it up there and let him use his speed.
3rd down and 7. The ball's at the 43-yard line. Trips over to the near side, Long in the gun. Here comes some pressure. He'll lob it over to the left side, and he overthrows Tyler Boudreaux. Boudreaux got a hand on it but couldn't reel it in, and Long took a big hit as he was throwing.
And that ball's floating just a little bit, and I'm going to attribute some of that to not having the ability to put all your weight on your feet because you're a little bit unbalanced when you're throwing the ball.
This was Northshore's 4th possession of the second half, and it's their 4th 3 and out of the second half. Wave is on to punt again. This is a booming, spiraling kick that's going to brack up the returner Thompson. It bounces inside the 10 and is downed near the 10-yard line. Wow, what a punt.
Yeah, you definitely want to take that young man out to get him something to eat at his favorite place because he's had a heck of a game punting the ball today.
47 yards, no return. It must have been touched or grazed at the 10-yard line because it was down around the 6. And here comes Judson, just scored on that last drive. A long drive, 9 plays, 94 yards. And this is better field position than their scoring drive. 2:33 left to play in the 3rd. Shotgun formation for Williams. Williams will take the snap, turns, and he hands it off. It's Jay Miller up the middle. And Miller takes it to the 15. He gets 5. He's brought down by Jalen Thomas, junior safety.
I mean, from an offensive standpoint, if you can get 5 yards a pop, you have no problem with that, setting up a second and 5.
You get half the yards needed. Williams in the gun. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, looks for a hole up the middle, now bounces to the outside, gets away from one tackler to the 20, 25, and he steps out of bounds. 1st down and more, all the way to the 27-yard line, a pickup of a dozen.
So if you're watching the game at home, you're saying, okay, well, Northshore had all this penetration in the first half. What are they doing different? You see a lot of double teams from the tackle and the guards on this drive, and on the last drive, it's opening up running lanes.
Murphy, who limped off the field, was there to force him out of bounds. Now they're testing Murphy's. They throw it to the far sideline, and it's batted away. What coverage by Murphy, as Williams was looking for Greg Craddock, and Murphy was there stride for stride, turned around, looked like he had an opportunity to pick it off, but he stuck the hand in, picked it off, and Craddock actually turned more into the defender there as he was able to swat it away.
Now, we said in the first half he had a nice play, but he didn't turn around and watch the ball. On this time, he made that adjustment, had great inside position, great leverage. He also turned around, looked for the ball to swat it down. Nice coverage.
2nd down and 10, 3 receivers set for Williams. They'll motion one over towards the near side, fake the handoff to him. Williams will keep it himself, running right, diving forward near the 30-yard line as he gets to the 30 for a pickup of 3. Britton Larkin with the stop.
Yeah, right now they got Northshore. They have Northshore off balance a little bit, running that play. But you also have to be careful, though. When he fakes that ball, he can also take it out. You can maybe sneak somebody behind on a deep route.
3rd down and 7, ball at the Judson 30-yard line. Williams takes the snap, looking to throw, throws the slant, nearly picked off. Threw it to the right side, and diving in was Mako Cruz to get a finger on it and swat it away. Mako Cruz is one step further. That's a touchdown the other way.
Yeah, you're right on that one. That's a nice, outstanding play from your defense from Cruz.
Northshore, though, will force him to punt. Ja'Cory Nichols will go back deep. Keep being surprised how deep they send Nichols each time.
Yeah, but I'm saying don't kick it to that young man. We hadn't heard a lot from him from the special teams part. Do not kick it to him.
Ramsey on to punt. I'd almost dare him to kick it over my head, though. Low line drive kick. Nichols waiting back on it. 2 hops, 3 hops. Now he's just going to run away. They're either kicking it away from him or they're kicking it too far in front of him where he can't field it cleanly, and that ball's down to all the way at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, very impressed with the special teams coaches from Judson. I mean, it's very smart.
44-yard punt with no return. As Northshore will begin. 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line, and it's been tough sledding for this Northshore offense in this second half. They've had 4 possessions so far, and they've been 3 and out all 4 times. They've yet to pick up a first down in the second half. Long in the shotgun. Take the snap, he hands it off. Gilroy up the middle. Again, not much room. Takes to the 29-yard line. It's only a pickup of a pair.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard right now. The linebackers, once again, they've come up now for Judson, and they're starting to stop that A gap and that B gap, putting bodies in those gaps. So it's going to be very hard for Northshore to run the ball up the middle. They're going to have to figure out some way to get the guys loose.
Nick Stewart with the tackle. Under a minute to play in the 3rd. 14-13, Judson lead. Shotgun formation for Long. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far. Long takes the snap, handoff Gilroy. Gilroy runs it right across the 30-yard line to the 32, and that is it. Another small gain. He picks up 3 on the run up the middle. Darren Thomas, the junior defensive tackle, 34 tackles on the year, makes the stop.
Yeah, once again, Justin has the opportunity to kind of line up and just play ball up front. I mean, you have to be real careful right now for Northshore. You need to find out something you can do to get you a first down. And I see Judson in cover 2. I'm trying to find some way to get a guy in the middle of the field.
If Northshore doesn't like the defense, they don't have to snap it. Beatty's in at quarterback now. As Long's lined up at a receiver. Beatty, here comes the pressure. Beatty's able to get away, throws it to the near side, and a diving catch is made by Gilroy. But it's well shy of the first down. Ramsey was there on coverage, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. 3rd quarter dominated by the Judson defense. They had 1 touchdown drive of 94 yards, and it has the Rockets in front by 1. Just 12 minutes remaining in the Class 6A Division I state semifinals. The winner gets Austin Westlake next week in the state championship. Northshore will punt when we come back on Texan Live.
Download the new Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Connect and get live scores statewide. Find games near you. Plus, get your photos on our Friday night show. This is the one app that can handle high school football in Texas. Get the App Store and type Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the DQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday night on Fox Sports Southwest.
We're going to be back to NRG Stadium in Houston. Start of the fourth quarter. Northshore facing a 4th and 4 will get set to punt it away. Cuevas standing inside his 20-yard line. Snap back, a high spiraling kick. Thompson will let it bounce in front of him, and it takes a Northshore bounce inside the 30, inside the 25. It'll be down to the 23-yard line. Down by Jacoby Allen. Now Mustangs will rely on that defense again. A 14-13 lead. Rockets send their offense on the field, looking for another score. Williams in the gun, turns and he hands it off to his running back. Doesn't get very far. That was the freshman McCormick. Took it up the middle for no gain. Actually gave him a yard to the 24.
Nice play from Northshore once again on defense. Judson is not in really a big hurry to try to run the ball down the field right now. They're trying to run some clock as well.
Taking the snap. Williams looking to throw. He's going to launch it deep down the left sideline, and it's incomplete. Again, overshooting his man. One of the Northshore coaches over on that far sideline, dropping to his knees in frustration as he was looking for Melvin Thompson on that far sideline. Couldn't connect.
Yeah, Northshore's run that play a few times tonight. What they want to try to do is they want to try to put a little bit more air underneath the ball, or have the wide receiver take off a little bit harder. He's waiting for the ball in the air before he accelerates. He needs to just come off the line and accelerate down the field.
3rd and 9. Judson 5 for 15 on third downs tonight. Williams is now 4 for 21 through the air. Takes the snap and he's looking to throw again. Lobs it over the near numbers, and it's in and out of the hands of freshman running back Sincere McCormick. Knocking it away in coverage was Andrew Hyacinth. But McCormick probably should have caught it. It would have been a good catch had he caught it, but it did hit him in the hands.
Yeah, we always say if the ball hits you in the hands, you need to make sure you bring it down, squeeze it, and make that catch.
To 4th and 9, ball at the 24. And on to punt it away is Dominic Ramsey. Back deep, and we'll see how deep he goes. Ja'Cory Nichols, this time not as deep, as he stands at his own 40. Slow snap back, it's a line drive kick. This time it's angled nicely at the 45. Ricochets all the way past the 40, past the 30, all the way to the 25, inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. So from 124 to the other. 52-yard punt with no return.
It's another nice kick from that young man. I mean, both punters have kicked the ball very well tonight.
That'll do. So Northshore down by a point, 14-13, 11:02 left to play in the fourth quarter. They have not been able to do anything offensively in the second half. Hoping that they can turn it around. Shotgun for Long. Long takes the snap, rolling right, throwing right, and it's dropped. Dropped at the 30-yard line. Looking on the outside for Patrick Davis, the junior wide receiver, and he just couldn't hold on.
Yeah, he's going to have a little bit of help from his wide receivers. They're going to have to start bringing some of these balls in because they can't be one-dimensional like they've been most of the game, just trying to run the ball. They've got to establish some kind of passing game.
Okay, Long in a 2nd down and 10. I'm looking over the sidelines, and Eric Monroe is right over here with the offensive staff, part of that offensive substitution area. And you know he's probably angling to get in the game. 2nd and 10, less than 11 minutes to play in the fourth. Long takes the snap, he hands it off. It's Boudreaux up the middle, has some room across the 30, 35, and he has enough for the first down all the way to the 38-yard line. He picks up 14 yards before Ramsey brings him down.
That's a big zone read, breaking a few tackles. Nice play for Northshore, gives them a first down.
At their own 38-yard line, it's Long in the gun. Hands it off to Boudreaux. Boudreaux up the middle looking for room. There's not much room to be had as he gets a yard to the 39.
Yeah, went right back to the same plays. A lot of times, as a coach, you say, hey, they couldn't stop it the first time. Let's run it again. But Judson made a nice adjustment on that and had the linebackers come up to fill that hole.
Second down and 9 at their own 39-yard line. 3 receivers set, 2 of them on the near side. Long in the gun. Boudreaux to the left shoulder. Long takes the snap, throws it near side, and this time it's caught at the 44-yard line. It's Ralph Davis securing it for a pickup of 5 yards, but still shy of the first down.
Every time they line up in their formation, they still have man-to-man coverage, usually to the wide side of the field. At some point, you want to use that wide side of the field and go one-on-one, try to see if you can get your guy deep on the 9 route. Put your best receiver over there. I would even bring in Monroe, maybe have him out to the outside by himself.
Monroe all alone on the near side as they bring on the heavy package. Single back is Boudreaux. Under center is Long, and now they'll mix up the package, and they'll go back into that dual back system with the left shoulder Monroe. Long takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Monroe, keeps it himself, plunging forward, and he doesn't get it very far. Got to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain in the play. Monroe was a decoy that time as they faked the handoff to him, and Long just went right up the gut for no pickup.
Yeah, man, you hate to second guess what you're trying to do. I mean, that's what their offense is set up for. But I'm either giving the ball to Monroe or I'm going to have him come out of the backfield on like a tailback wheel and get him one-on-one out there with somebody in the secondary. He's an outstanding young man as far as playing his ball game.
Cuevas is on to punt again. Melvin Thompson is back deep. Oh, they got him off sides. The snap goes all the way over the head. Cuevas is going to pick it up, and he's going to punt it away. This ball is going to land at the 34, inside the 25, and good job by Thompson just getting out of the way. The only thing that can happen is something bad. It goes all the way inside the 15 to the 11. Even if Thompson picks it up and runs, Northshore would just accept the penalty. They got him to jump on the hard count, and this stance is going to be a first down.
Yeah, they had a play like that a little bit similar to that last week, and they had some success with it. I mean, you're not expecting that on the offensive side. Now it's up to the referees to see if they actually call that.
McAuliffe on the Judson side is all the way out to the numbers, and he's saying that this should go against Northshore. Let's listen in.
Illegal shift. Northshore. First down.
I'm not so sure I would have declined it, though. It was an illegal shift on Northshore. The penalty is declined. Here's the thing, though. It's a great punt to the 11-yard line. If you accept the penalty, you back them up 5 yards, and they have to kick it again. I think they messed up there, declining. They were just so caught up in the play of it, thinking perhaps they were offsides and maybe went against them, that they just decided to decline the penalty, and I think they should have accepted it. And now they started to think about it. Now they changed their mind. They changed their tone a little bit.
Too late now.
They want to move them back. They want them to re-kick because right now the ball is spotted at the 11-yard line. And the coaching staff for Judson's running all the way down, trying to get the officials' attention, saying we want to accept the penalty and have them re-kick. They originally declined the penalty. They even made the motion to decline the penalty.
Yep.
And now the officials, let's see how much leeway they give them. And if they change this, John Kay is not going to be happy.
He's not going to be the only one. I mean, you got a lot of fans here for Northshore.
And now John Kay's walking out to the numbers, and he's saying, how can you do that after he declined it? And I think that's what happened. I think Judson was just so caught up in the emotion of it, they didn't realize exactly what their options were other than they're getting the football if we decline it.
Yeah.
But then they started to think about it and say, hey, wait a second. If we decline it, they have to re-kick, and right now we're at the 11. We can probably get better field position.
Yeah.
Not much of an argument from John Kay. And he'll back him up 5 yards to the 39, and now Cuevas will have to re-kick. Also, what was lost in all of that when you had the penalty fly and the kick it away, that ball was nearly over the head of Cuevas. He had to make an outstanding play just to catch it.
Yeah, he did the Beckham, the one-hand catch on that.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. This snap's much better. Cuevas, a spiraling kick, is going to send Thompson over and back, and Thompson's going to get out of the way. It takes it backwards, bounce. A penalty flies in. There was some extracurricular going on near the 40-yard line. It's going to be holding on Judson.
Wow.
So whenever it's all said and done, guess where Judson's going to have the football?
Holding. Judson number 7. First down, Judson.
Some people say, you know, the balance of power always works itself out somehow, some way.
8:42 left to play, and it's been a... Now, if you like high-scoring, bunch of offense, this isn't the game for you. But if you like hard-nosed, physical football, low-scoring game, then you're in for a treat tonight. A couple of heavyweights throwing their best punches on the defensive side. We'll see how this final 8:42 play out, but the first 3 quarters and change of this one have lived up to the billing.
Yeah, it's like you have 2 ace pitchers out there, and both of them are throwing shutouts pretty much most of the game. I mean, this is a Purist kind of game. 2 defensive guys getting after it.
1st and 10 at the 12 for Judson. They hand it off. It goes right up the middle. And not very far. They pick up a yard to the 13 as Jackson takes it up the gut for 1.
Yeah, it's a close game right now. Judson has to be careful. I mean, they don't want to make any mistakes deep in their own territory and give Northshore a short field. Field goal kicker's already shown that he can make it from at least 40 yards.
Yeah. 2nd down and 9. Faking the handoff. Williams will keep it himself. He gets hit in the backfield. He's dropped. He's dropped at the 12. He loses the yard that his offense just gained. As he's brought down by Thomas coming in and making the stop.
It's a big third down defense for Northshore right here. Big play. If they can get good field position, force them to kick the ball once again back there to Nichols.
We're under 8 minutes left. Judson 5 for 16 on 3rd downs tonight. They're facing a 3rd and 10 at their own 12. Williams in the shotgun. Takes the snap, he's looking to throw. Here comes some pressure. He throws off his back foot and it's incomplete. Good pressure up the gut, forcing Williams to throw off the back foot. Greg Craddock was the intended receiver. Williams didn't give him much of a chance, and Northshore forces a 3 and out.
Yeah, no, he didn't have any time back there. Northshore brought everybody. They brought the house on that and forced him to throw the ball early. Once again, you got Nichols back there on that punt return. Hadn't really heard much from him on the punt return front, but a good punt return here can put you in good field position to kick a field goal.
At what point, if you're Northshore and if you're Nichols, do you dare them to kick it over your head and scoot up?
Now, if I want to make a play, I want to try to challenge them. I want to dare them to kick me the ball.
Ramsey punting it away.
There you go.
Here we go. Here's Nichols at the 41. He's down the right sideline, cuts it back inside to the 30, the 25, and he's forced out of bounds. They finally brought Nichols up, and he gets a good return to the Judson 25-yard line.
That's outstanding play from Nichols. They're in field goal range right now. I mean, it's exactly what you want from Northshore. Still a lot of time left, though.
7:27 left in the 4th. Long will come out in the quarterback spot. He and Mayde have been kind of exchanging spots at the quarterback. See how much offense that Eric Monroe plays over the final 7 minutes and 27 seconds. Long takes the snap, throws to the right side, caught at the 20-yard line. As Mayde was the receiver. Boy, Mayde turned around, that ball was in his lap. Takes it to the 18 for a pickup of 7.
Yeah, we always tell you, as soon as you turn around, get your head around when you're running your route, because we're going to throw the ball before you actually make your breakout. That was a nice pass, that was a nice catch, nice awareness from Mayde to make the catch.
Taylor forcing him out of bounds. 2nd down and 3. Clock stops. 7:23 to play in the 4th. Long, nowhere to go. Still in the backfield. Well, that must have been a broken play. He's sacked for a loss back to the 23-yard line. He loses 5.
Yeah, I don't know what that play was.
Looked like a read option. Long was expecting his tailback, Boudreaux, to be in the area to hand it off to him, and he never came. Shane Calvin, the stop. Long expected a running back there. There was not one there, and he just froze.
Yeah, there was a design read option, but there was no read, so at that point, I guess he had no option. Sit there and take the ball and get hit.
3rd and 8 at the Judson 23-yard line. Down by 1. Long in the gun, a back to each shoulder. Takes the snap, they sweep it over to the near side with Golry. Golry looking for the 20, spinning forward to the 20-yard line. He picks up 3, tackled by Gaines, and he's well short of the 1st down, but an opportunity for Northshore to bring the field goal unit on and look for the lead.
Yeah, I think Northshore felt comfortable to kind of get the ball as close as they could, allow their field goal kicker who's already knocked 1 through today to give an opportunity to kick, or knock 2 down today.
This will be a 37-yard attempt. Remember, he's 2 for 2. He made a 23-yarder. He made a 46-yarder at the end of the 2nd quarter. He missed one that didn't count. This one's over towards the near hash. Good snap, good hold. Kick has plenty of leg, and it is good. Aaron Cuevas has 3 field goals tonight, and the latest gives Northshore the lead with 5:58 left to play in the 4th quarter. Northshore 16, Judson 14. You're watching the Class 6A state semifinals on Texan Live.
Get everything you know about furniture.
We're bringing these prices down! Yeah!
For the heroes of Skiro's Furniture and Mattress, serving their customers is all in a day's work.
We're saving you money, folks. Slashing prices every day.
Like queen mattress sets for $3.99. Plus epic savings on the iComfort Cool Gel adjustable bed. And as always, free Showbiz movie passes at Skiro's Furniture and Mattress.
5:58 left to play in the fourth quarter. Northshore has regained the lead, 16-14. It comes with 5:58 left to play in the fourth quarter. Our Texan drive summary, it's been about what you would expect from the Northshore offense. A 3-play, 5-yard drive, a minute 29 off the clock with a good field position, set up the go-ahead field goal as they lead by 2. Cuevas the high pooch kick, fair caught. He caught the ball out of bounds. That should have been a penalty. That should have been a penalty. If you catch the foot bounds, you were out of bounds. Could have been. Instead, they're going to call it where he caught it at the 29-yard line. Northshore got away with one. Northshore crowd loud. Gee.
If you're Northshore, it's what you want, though. You got your defense on the field.
Judson offense, 237 yards this afternoon. 132 of those have come on the ground. Williams is in the shotgun. Snap. Miller left, wrapped up, brought down, a loss on the play. Miller got nothing. Actually gave him the line of scrimmage. No gain officially as he was sweeping it over to the left side. Campbell was there for the tackle. Second down and 10. We approach the 5.5 mark of the fourth quarter. Williams, the snap, takes the handoff. He's looking to throw on the play action, lobs it deep down the center of the field, and he overshoots his man. He was looking for Ramsey, couldn't find Ramsey, and Williams is now 4 for 24.
Wow. The secondary for Northshore, I mean, they've been doing that all season long, especially when you have a couple LSU recruit back there in Monroe. I mean, he's a ball hawk back there.
Third down and 10. Judson with it at their own 29-yard line. Judson 5 for 17 on third downs tonight. Williams in the shotgun. Takes the snap, drops back. They're trying to set up the screen. Caught on the near side by Miller. Miller across the 33, and he's tripped up near the 35-yard line. A heck of a tackle by Ja'Cory Nichols.
And there he is. He makes plays. That's what he does. He may not be big in stature, but that young man can run. He is aggressive, and he summifies what Northshore wants to do. It's a big play right here.
And there was nobody out in front.
There's nobody else out there.
Ramsey's on to kick it away. Nichols went back to return the kick, and now he's running forward to tell the defense what to do, and now he'll return back into his return spot.
Yeah, you got to watch that fake again.
They did this earlier. They picked up the first down but fumbled it as they split out Jay Miller to the near side of the field. The offensive line all on the far side of the snapper. They'll move Miller in motion, and a flag flies in. They didn't get it off in time. Delay a game.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's big.
That is huge. That's the 10th penalty for the Rockets. They've lost 50 yards, penalty yardage today. Backs them up to the 30. Or it's 4th and 9. They're still going to split out Miller. Nope, Miller's going to be the blocker in front. Snap back to Ramsey. Ramsey a high spiraling kick. And everybody gets out of the way, and it goes way out of bounds on the Judson side. Where did it go out of bounds at? Again, not a good punt.
Oh, wow.
They spotted at the 44. It's a 14-yard punt. 4:17 left, and if Northshore can get it into the end zone, it would be a two-possession game. Well, he spotted all the way to 49. I saw one official spotting it on the opposite 41. Instead, they gave it all the way to the 49 near midfield.
Well, that's still a big play for Northshore to have their defense come out, get 3 and out, get a miscue on the penalty for Judson. And this is a big drive for Northshore. They could put this away.
Long's in the shotgun. Long fakes the handoff to the receiver. Instead, he gives it to Boudreaux up the middle. Boudreaux across midfield, still on his feet, powering for yardage to the 46. He picks up 5 yards, but it was a hard-earned 5 yards.
If you're running back, you want to keep your legs moving, keep your body lean low, just like that. Keep moving forward. Nice run.
Under 4 minutes to play in the fourth. 16-14, 2-point lead for Northshore. Austin Westlake awaits the winner in the Class 6A Division I state title game next week from inside NRG Stadium in Houston. 2nd down and 5. Northshore milking the clock. They get to the line of scrimmage with 7 on the play clock. Long takes the snap, runs it right up the middle across the 45, still on his feet. As he looks for the first down, he stopped just shy, inches shy of the 41-yard line, and Judson wants to take a timeout. We'll take it too. 3:25 left to play in the fourth quarter. Northshore leads by 2, 16-14. This is the Class 6A Division I state semifinals on Texan Live.
One of the most delightful cities in the Lone Star State. The best part? It's a short drive from Houston and minutes from the Energy Corridor. With places to stay and places to play. Anything you'd like to eat, and an old town charm that can't be beat. Activities and fun for the entire family. Enjoy the best of both worlds in the City of Champions, Katy, Texas. For more information, go to cityofkaty.com.
Back at NRG Stadium in Houston alongside Derek Jones, I'm Jeremy Branham. 16-14, Northshore leads by 2. They spotted the football a yard shy of the 41-yard line to the 42, so after a pickup of 4 yards by Long, Northshore is facing a 3rd and 1 at the Judson 42-yard line. Heavy package. Long is in the gun. Long will motion the tailback to the left side. Long will take it up the middle. He's hit hard. He fought for yardage towards the first down marker, and they're going to spot him shy of the yard to gain. He got hit in the backfield, lunged forward for the first down, couldn't quite get there. And actually, boy, that was a terrible spot. I thought it was no gain. They gave him a loss of a yard.
Yeah, that wasn't a generous spot at all. But on this 4th down, I mean, I would even possibly bring my offense back out again, but I don't know about keeping the quarterback keeper, though.
I don't think he was nowhere near the first down marker, but I thought he was more to the line of scrimmage than he was for a loss of a yard. It is going to be decision time now for Northshore. And John Kay, 3:19 left to play. It's the state semifinals. You're up by 2. You alluded to keeping your offense on the field. Is that what you do?
Well, you believe in your defense. I mean, you think your defense can slow them down. You also know they've used 2 timeouts. They've burned 2 timeouts. There's only 3 minutes left to go. If you get a first down here, that pretty much kind of ends the game for Judson. So you may want to put your offense on the field and run something safe, something comfortable. Of course, it's going to be more likely a quarterback keeper, but you make sure you have all your linemen in. You make sure everybody's blocking. You try to go for this first down because that ends the game.
These are the kind of calls that keep you up at night whenever you're a coach just thinking about this in a hypothetical sense.
Yeah.
Now it's real life for John Kay, and he's going to send his punt team on as Aaron Cuevas will kick it away. Judson will not have anybody back deep. Good snap. Cuevas just waiting, and now he's going to pooch it up high in the air, allows the coverage team to get down the field. It's inside the 15, inside the 10, and all the way down near the 6-yard line. We're downing it. Was Matthew Stevenson. How about Cuevas there, the awareness and really the fortitude to wait to allow his coverage team to get down the field.
Yeah, very smart. You can see his coach. Once again, when you see a coach go on the field, he's done that a few times today, to go out and give a high five to your kicker. You know he did an outstanding job. He allowed his coverage team to get down the field. Hey, guys, I'm going to kick it up high and just let it roll. Get all you guys behind so we make sure it doesn't go in the end zone. And we're going to see and force Judson to go 90-some-odd yards if they want to win this game. Or at least half of that to get in field goal range.
That was some veteran savviness. Judson has driven the length of the field once. They had a 94-yard drive a little earlier. They don't need the touchdown because they have it down by 2 with 3:07 left at their own 7. Williams rolling out. Now he looks to run. Got away from one man and then dives forward near the 9-yard line. He picks up just 2 yards on the play.
Yeah, once again, time is not on their side. I mean, it's 3 minutes left, so you would say that there's enough time, especially if they can get first downs, it'll stop the clock, but they only have one timeout. They have to be real careful.
They'll go quick. 2nd down and 8. All day to throw. Now here comes some pressure, trying to step into the pocket, trying to run forward is Williams, and he gets a yard to the 8-yard line. Actually lost a yard back to the 8-yard line. He was sacked by Campbell for the loss of 1.
It's a big 3rd down right here. I mean, if you're Northshore, you want to make sure you have an extra DB or 2 in the back to make sure there's nothing deep going on this play.
3rd down and 9. The snap is fumbled. Northshore has jumped on it, and they've recovered inside the 3. Jumping on top of the football was Abro Harrison, the junior, and the Mustangs will have it. 1st and goal at the Judson 3, up by 2 with 2:10 left to play in the 4th.
Yeah, and I just said you have to be careful if you're Judson. I mean, you're trying to make a play. You know that Northshore is coming at you full speed. They kind of bobble the snap, mischange on the snap. It gives Northshore a 1st down. You can expect a heavy dose of run. I mean, there's no need to pass at this point. That may be the last possession that Northshore gives them with the game only 2 points away.
Judson has 1 timeout left. The play clock at 40 seconds these days. 2nd down, 3rd down, that's 80 seconds. Still not enough time to nil it. There's still too much time to just drop it to a knee. You couldn't kill the clock all the way. Long hands it off Gilroy. He's into the end zone. Gilroy from 2 yards out, and Northshore now leads 22-14.
Yeah, this extra point's going to be huge.
I'm not so sure Judson didn't let him score.
Yeah, I mean that's the philosophy. Go ahead and let them score. Don't run any more time. You know, we're still in the ball game. But if they kick this extra point, it's going to be mute because all they could get is 8 points. So
they have to sell out to block this extra point, as Cuevas will come on to try to drill it through. Snap back. The kick is up. And it is good. Northshore leads by 2 possessions with 2:08 remaining. Northshore 23, Judson 14. This is the Class 6A Division I state semifinals on Texan Live.
Download the new Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday. Connect and get live scores statewide. Find games near you. Plus, get your photos on our Friday night show. This is the one app that can handle high school football in Texas. Hit the App Store and type Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the TQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday night on Fox Sports Southwest.
Northshore has a 2-possession lead, 23-14, 2:08 left. Judson has just 1 timeout left. And the Mustang fans here in attendance, they can feel it. They can feel that trip to the state final as they lead by 9 with just 2:08 left to play.
Yeah, the ball game's definitely not over. If you're a Judson fan right now, you just need to figure out a way to score quickly and then put the onus back on the Northshore, kick an onside kick or something like that. But, you know, it's been tough sledding most of the game.
This is the furthest that Northshore has been in the postseason since 2007, a Houston power that is trying to get back to that power, be one of the best teams in the city. As the pooch kick by Cuevas is kicked high into the air, and it's fair caught for at the 35, and the catch is made there by Dominic Ramsey. And Judson will have it. 1st and 10 at their own 36 with 2:08 left, trailing by 9.
Yeah, once again.
As Judson gets near midfield. Secondary coach over here on the near sideline for Northshore was not happy with some of the coverage there. Trips to the far side for Williams. In the gun. Williams takes the snap, fakes the bubble screen, launches it deep to a wide open receiver down the left sideline, and it's caught inside the 20. Inside the 15 goes Greg Craddock. How does that happen, Derek Jones?
I'm thinking everything is in front of me. Nothing goes behind me. Don't worry about pump fakes. Don't worry about anything. I want you running. As soon as the ball is snapped, I want you to turn around and run so nothing gets behind you. I mean, that's definitely miscommunication. I can see why the coach was stressed out the last play.
37 yards, 1st and goal at the 11. 1st and 10 at the 11. Handoff Jackson. Jackson running up the middle. He stopped at the 9, and the clock is ticking. 1:50 and counting. It's ticking away.
Yeah, I understand the approach. You want to try to give them a different look, but you don't have the time right now. Just go ahead and do what you got to do and get the ball in the end zone if you can.
They do rush it. Williams in the gun. He looks to throw, gets away from the blitzer. for a little bit, and now he's hit from behind and he's brought down. They'll go quick. Andrew Hyacinth able to get to the quarterback and bring him down.
Yeah, right now you got to call 2 plays. You need to go line up on the line and just get ready to run a play.
And a timeout. Good decision there by John Kay, Northshore head coach. He wants everybody to take a deep breath, wants to make sure they're in the right coverage, but it's also wise that he didn't rush the timeout. He was able to keep his composure, and he waited right before Judson was about to snap the football.
Yeah, you're right.
Heads up play. Minute 17 as we keep it here. We're in the 4th quarter, 3rd and 8. Judson down by 9. You mentioned this game is not over. It is daunting. It's improbable for Judson to get the victory, but it's possible. Of course, they have to get into the end zone. They have to recover the onside kick. Defensively, if you're Northshore, what are some things you have to consider on 3rd and 8, maybe 4th and 8?
Right now, you still want to keep people in front of you. You want to watch the slant route. I mean, usually a lot of teams want to run a slant route, maybe slip a tight end or slip a tailback up the middle. You want to be cautious of that. But you just want to make sure there's no penalties to kind of extend the drive. You know that they're going to go for it on 4th down. They need a touchdown. But you want to try to keep all the guys in front of you, especially when you're in man-to-man coverage. You're looking for a slant or some kind of rub route right now.
3rd and 8, ball at the 9. Taking the snap, Williams. Williams going to throw it over the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. Zafir Murphy had the best chance of catching the football, the North Shore corner, and he had to go in and out of his hands on the diving attempt.
Yeah, they tried to run the slant route on all the guys that they had out there, and he had good coverage on that play. Almost came up with an interception.
Judson's going to send the field goal unit on the field to try to make it a 1-possession game and get within 6. His kicker on to try to attempt Brandon Walters. He gets it teed up at the 16. Snap back is good. The kick is up and the kick is through. So Judson gets the field goal. They do what they need to do. Yep. They get a possession, they get a field goal, they get a score, they do it quick, and they get within 6. 23-17, a minute 09 left to play in the 4th. We come back with the onside kick after this on Texan Live.
Come enjoy the heart of Katy, Texas, one of the most delightful cities in the Lone Star State. The best part? It's a short drive from Houston and minutes from the Energy Corridor. With places to stay and places to play, anything you'd like to eat, and an old town charm that can't be beat. Activities and fun for the entire family. Enjoy the best of both worlds in the City of Champions, Katy, Texas. For more information, go to cityofkaty.com.
Well, if you're Judson, you got just what you wanted as we welcome you back to NRG Stadium in Houston with Derek Jones. I'm Jeremy Branham. Quick scoring drive, 7 plays, 59 seconds. They cover 64 yards before the 26-yard field goal by Brandon Walters. And now it comes down to this, the onside kick. What are some things you have to consider if you're the kicking team trying to get the football back?
Yeah, you're just trying to get the ball to kick a little awkward, kind of get a bounce. If you can get a high bounce, that's even better. Put all your fast guys, your skill guys out there. Make sure you got some guys who can leap in the air to get the ball. Have a couple of the front guys to maybe block some of those defensive guys for Northshore so the guys can't get a free hit. And if you're Northshore, you put all your hands team, all the guys who think they have the best hands, they're out there right now.
Tapia ready to go, kicks it to the far side of the field, takes the big hop, and it's brought in. Guess who? As reeling it in was Eric Monroe. He scored the touchdown earlier. He's been big on the defensive side, and he reels it in at the 45-yard line for the Mustangs.
Yeah, you put all your big guys, any guy you think that's a stud for your team, he's out there now. You say, hey, son, that ball comes your way, go make a play. He actually made a great play. I mean, he gives Northshore the ball, and there's not enough time left. I mean, they can simply run the clock out after one more timeout.
Boy, it took the big bounce that you needed, and Dominic Ramsey was inches away from getting a finger and causing havoc with that football. Minute 07 left. Judson just has one timeout left. And Northshore, all they have to do is drop it on a knee a couple of times, and they'll be advancing to the state title game. Long takes the snap, backs up as far as possible, and he takes a hit. Long's got to be careful as the defender came over and knocked Long on his behind. And that was Brody Stoppler. If you're Stoppler and you see the quarterback do that, you got to go take your shot.
Yeah, no, Northshore guys can't be upset. They have to understand that the quarterback didn't get down. He's trying to make sure to make the tackle because the clock is running on his side. So he did exactly what he was supposed to do.
They lose 5 yards. Judson's electing not to call the timeout, at least for now. Down to 39 seconds, 15 seconds on the play clock. Long this time, he goes straight down. Stoppler that time trying to dive over the line, and he got shoved back pretty hard. And now a timeout taken by Judson.
Let's see, if I'm Northshore, though, if I'm the coaches, I'm talking to them because there's 15 seconds left on that clock.
That was the final timeout by Judson, though. Head coach John Kay, he's not happy with Long because he felt Long could have waited a little longer to take the snap. Here's the thing, though. Northshore takes the snap, they put it on a knee, and this game's over because there's 34 seconds left, play clock at 40 seconds. You just get a good exchange, one more, and you're off to the state title game.
Yeah, but as a coach, man, you're always trying to coach because even though, this game looks like it, may be in hand, you still want to make sure you prepare for the next game, especially if you come in a situation like that. Run the clock down as far as you can. It just gives less room for anything, squirrely to happen with the football.
34 seconds. 23-17. Northshore leads by 6, and it's going to take one more snap of the football, and Northshore's off to the state title.
It's been an outstanding season. Texan Live, I appreciate all the opportunities you guys have, afforded me this year. It's been great getting to work with you, JB, and Bert Brocker and everybody with the staff. It's been outstanding.
It's been great working with you. Likewise. Great having you. Takes the snap, puts it on a knee, and that's going to do it. The North Shore Mustangs are headed to the state title game next week, where they'll match up with Austin Westlake. It's the first time in 3 tries that North Shore has knocked off Judson. They've lost the previous 2 times. 3rd time is the charm, and they advance to the state championship game next week, where they will face off against Austin Westlake. The last time North Shore played Austin Westlake, they knocked them off in the semifinals in 2003, and an opportunity to knock them off in the state finals in 2015 for their 2nd state championship. Derek, your thoughts?
That was an outstanding game. It's been an outstanding season once again. High school football here in Houston, I'm excited to see all the teams get to come here through Houston. NRG, we appreciate it. From Texan Live, we appreciate all the opportunities to allow us to come in here and broadcast the game and bring some exciting football to the people here in Houston, to the UIL, everybody that's involved with having us broadcast high school football. It's great for the city. I think it showcases the city that we have great football teams, great talent, great coaches at a lot of these schools as well.
Let's go downstairs to Mark Johnson with the head coach, John Kay.
All right, thanks, guys. We're now joined by Coach Kay. Coach, you were part of the 2003 staff that went to state. What does it mean to you to now be taking them back to state right now?
It's an experience that you can't recreate for any high school kid, and it's so hard to get out of Houston and at the 6A level, any level. But just for them to have this opportunity, I'm so happy for our kids and our staff, just so that they can experience what that's like.
It was a back-and-forth game, the whole game. What were you telling your guys, especially at halftime, when the game was so close?
Just stick to the plan. We've been a field position team all year long. We knew their defense was outstanding. They showed that again tonight. We just kept flipping the field. Aaron Cuevas, I can't say enough about that kid, not just the field goal, but the way he punted all night and pinned him inside. We left him with long fields, and we were able to escape a great defensive effort from Gunford Judson.
Your big games against Manville, teams like that earlier in the season, and now defeating a good Judson team like this. How do you guys go forward now in the state title next week?
Well, we just stick to the plan. It's been a process of getting better every single week. We went through a rough 3-game stretch there with Manville and Westfield and Euless Trinity, and we just went through a rough one with Cy Falls and Dickinson and Converse Judson. So, we got to find a way to have one more in us. Obviously, also Westlake's got a tremendous program right there, so we got our work cut out for us.
Coach, you're headed back to the state title game. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Mark Johnson down on
upstairs.
the field with John Kay. A very happy John Kay. Great job, Mark. John Kay, part of that staff in 2003 when his North Shore team won their only state championship in school history. His 2nd year now with the North Shore Mustangs, and he's back to the state title opportunity next week against Austin Westlake to win the 2nd state championship for North Shore High. The party's going on. I like the one thing that he mentioned. You can't say enough about Aaron Cuevas. A lot of times your specialists go under the radar. Your kickers don't get a lot of love, but Cuevas, in a lot of ways, you can make the case he was the player of the game tonight.
Yeah, you're exactly right. If you miss a kick, everybody knows about it. They talk about it. You feel like you're the only person on the planet when you miss a kick. But when you step up big like this, you want to make sure you give them the love. Special teams guys don't always get the love, but he came through with a heck of a game. And if I had to pick a player of the game, with all the great defenses going on, he stood out, because if he didn't make those kicks, North Shore wouldn't be jumping up and excited as they are right now.
We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with a quick post-game show, wrap it all up. North Shore is on to the state championship game next Saturday, 4 o'clock kick, as they take on Austin Westlake. Final 23-17. North Shore moves on. We'll wrap it up when we come back on Texan Live.
we're going to take it home.
Certainly best of luck to you and the guys. Congratulations and good luck in the state title game.
Thank you.
Mark Johnson.
Only one network is big enough to cover the great state of Texas, and only one show travels across the state to get the skinny on high school sports every week, all year long. You want the best in high school sports? Catch High School Spotlight on Fox Sports Southwest.
Download the new Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday. Connect and get live scores statewide. Find games near you. Plus, get your photos on our Friday night show. This is the one app that can handle high school football in Texas. Hit the App Store and type Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the TQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday night on Fox Sports Southwest.
Northshore, they kick off at 4 o'clock next Saturday from inside NRG Stadium. Our final score, Northshore knocks off Judson 23-17. Let's give you some of the numbers. Northshore offensively, 210 yards offensively. Not what you would expect a team that scores 23 points to get to that 210 mark, but it was enough. 143 on the ground, 67 through the air. Meanwhile, Judson had 299 total yards, 135 rushing, 164 through the air. Individually, they were led on the ground by Williams, who had 51 yards on 18 carries. Williams, the quarterback, day at the office, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Northshore, they were led on the ground by Gilroy. Gilroy had 48 yards on 14 carries. Boudreaux had 45 yards on 9 carries. Long was 8 for 19, 65 yards. Their leading receiver was Potts, who had 3 carries, 64 yards. First, as we wrap it up, want to talk about Judson for a bit. 13-2, that's where their season finishes. State semifinals, and certainly, it's not the feeling that they wanted to end their season on, but a heck of a year for the Judson Rockets, finishing 13-2 and making it to the Class 6A Division I state semifinals.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Outstanding job from the Judson Rockets, Coach Sean McAuliffe. I mean, they've done some outstanding things there. The program is exciting, traveling all the way down here to Houston. I mean, you played a great game against another good team in the state of Houston. But to travel all the way from San Antonio, I mean, we wish you safe travels all the way back, of course, for not only the players but their family and the fans that came to the game. But outstanding season. I mean, 13-2. I mean, of course, you're disappointed not going to that final game for the championship, but you can't hold your head down. I mean, there's a lot of teams in the state of state of Texas that want to make it to the playoffs. There's a lot of teams in the city of San Antonio that want to be where you're at right now in the Texan Stadium playing to get to the state championships. An outstanding season and an outstanding job from that program.
Second season in a row that they've made it to the state semifinals. Unfortunately for the Rockets, second season in a row that they lost. Last year falling to Cy Ranch 38-31. Northshore was a team that I thought had a lot of similarities with last year's Judson's team. Judson last year went 10-5. They went 5-1 in their district. Large part of that, they played a very tough out-of-district schedule. Yeah. That's the same thing for Northshore. Northshore started the season 1-3. A lot of people who don't really look at it, look at the nuts and bolts of why they're 1-3. They wrote off the Northshore Mustangs, but the reality was they're playing very good teams, and they're playing very good teams tough. I thought it might help them late in the season. It turns out that it has. Now they find themselves in a state final, and they have to kind of wash themselves off of this one, though. It's a big win over Judson. First time they beat them in school history. Third time the charm. Yeah. You still got one more to play. How do you get ready for it?
Yeah, once the euphoria kind of wears off a little bit, you have to realize that, hey, we have a big game against Westlake coming up. Westlake is an outstanding team as well coming in. They're hungry. They've had a exciting season just as well. I mean, they're coming here to NRG. I mean, the thing for Northshore is you say, hey, I've been in NRG a few weeks. You're comfortable being here. You want to get your fans back in here again. They're comfortable with being here. Make this another home away from home. Have excitement tonight. Be excited. Everybody go out and have a good time. Be safe. And get ready to work. First thing Monday for the students, coaches. I'm sure they're going to high five. They're going to hug. Probably go out and get something good to eat, and they'll probably start watching film. tonight if they hadn't already started to prepare for next week. But congratulations to Northshore. I mean, it's good for the city of Houston. I mean, Northshore, Katy's going for the city of Houston as well, up in the Katy area. So, I mean, it's good for this area to have teams that are going to be in the state championship game to not only showcase the NRG Stadium, but to showcase Houston and show, the state of Texas what Houston football is all about.
Heck of a win, and it sets up the state final next week between North Shore and Austin Westlake. Derek, final thoughts before we call it a night?
Outstanding, season once again. Thanks everybody at Texan Live. Of course, Burt Brocker is putting everything together, but first class, everything you guys have done. I mean, to the entire crew who's logging all the equipment around, I mean, to the field interviews, you name it, everything's been first class. I mean, it's been an honor to be with everybody, and I really appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
It's been an honor to have you, Derek. Appreciate it as always, partner. And that's going to wrap it up. I want to thank everybody for tuning into the broadcast. Special thanks to special thanks to the folks here at Texan Live, making everything possible. I want to thank our whole crew at it today. On the production was Brandon Miner, our camera crew, Jesse Wolf, Dre Matula, Jessica Stevens was out, Kyle Ackerman out as well, sideline reporter spotting as well, Mark Johnson, our statistician, Taylor Maddox, and tweeting away as always, Jessica Stevens. For my partner Derek Jones, I'm Jeremy Brand. I'm telling you that the I's have been dotted, the T's have been crossed. This one is in the books. North Shore advancing to the state final. They match up with Austin Westlake next week at 4 o'clock Saturday from NRG. Till then, so long everybody from NRG Stadium in Houston.
Only one network is big enough to cover the great state of Texas, and only one show travels across the state to get the skinny on high school sports every week, all year long. You want the best in high school sports? Catch High School Spotlight on Fox Sports Southwest.
Download the new Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday. Connect and get live scores statewide. Find games near you. Plus, get your photos on our Friday night show. This is the one app that can handle high school football in Texas. Hit the App Store and type Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the TQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday night on Fox Sports Southwest.